Hi guys, Happy New Year. Welcome to Reverent Tattoo. We're going to peek in and see what Joseph is working on for the first tattoo of the year. But in the meantime, while he's taking a little break and adjusting, I thought I would introduce you guys to our new tattooer here at Reverent. This is Sasha's first official day on the job at Reverent Tattoo, but he's been tattooing for 17 years. 17 years, primarily American traditional. And he's having so much fun on his ribs.
Want me to clean it up?
I thought he was the Hulk all of a sudden.
Am I a bloody mess?
No, you're a green mess. Yeah, wipe it down a little bit and we'll see what you guys got working.
Green soap's my favorite.
Is it? There we go. Now it's coming to life. Look at that.
Got a little bit left.
Beautiful. Sasha's putting Joseph to shame because this little ditty right here on the ribs took you how long? About 2 hours?
About 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
Got an hour more to go.
You got 4,000 people watching you right now. Anything you want to say?
Come get tattooed at Reverent.
Come see Sasha. American Traditional in Las Vegas, or if you're visiting, come check him out and get tattooed. That's what I said, but that lighthouse is amazing.
Freehand drew it in 20 minutes and tattooed it in 2 hours on the ribs.
And surprise,
That
surprise.
took me 4 hours.
Surprise, surprise. Joseph is working on a thigh piece.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise. So happy New Year, everybody. Hope you guys all had a great, safe night.
I can say I should have waited. New year, new me, no beard. Beardless Joe. Shirtless.
Too late. That was a month ago.
Too late. You were a month ago.
What? Happy New Year, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How impressive is Sasha knocked that out and it's
I
clean.
know. I said he's putting you to shame. He did all that in 2 hours. Speedy over there.
So I need someone to keep me on my toes. He's been tattooing 2 years longer than me. Sasha's been tattooing 17 years.
Akila, Happy New Year, sweetheart. Vixie, Kathy, Jose, Mindy, Chris, Cornell.
I figured it'd be good to go live today too. You guys are all home, bored, all hungover in bed. Still hungover.
We were here working till 11:30 last night.
On our way to work here at 12 noon, there's some chick stumbling in her slutty New Year's outfit with her New Year's hat. She's talking to herself. I was like, that bitch is still fucked up. She must have did a lot of cocaine. Cocaine. She was on a mission and talking to herself, but she didn't look homeless. Like, she was just, like, decent looking and, like, maybe 22.
Bobby Perry, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. She said, I've become slightly obsessed with you guys and your man's tattooing.
Thanks. I'm obsessed with my wife's man-handling skills.
Daniel, she's actually just gonna, it's a lot of outline, so we're just gonna do just the outline today.
Yeah, it's a lot of, she looks tiny, but she's got thick thighs and booty.
And long legs. How tall are you? 5'7"?
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty good at that. But it's a lot of line work, so we're just gonna work on line work today and come back next month
dots,
for some
you know,
shading.
just a little bit of dot work to, just a little bit of black to give it good balance.
Vanessa Monique, we actually just closed Joseph's books as of last night.
Hey Sammy, this one's for you, man.
We just closed Joseph's books as of last night, so we're not taking any new clients for the next couple of months. But I have
everybody.
I'd say we'll probably open them again in March. But the way it works is, yes, you have to contact me either via text message or email. There's our information, Reverent Tattoo. and that is my phone number. You can take a screenshot and save it for later. Program it into your phone if you'd like. You contact me if you are local here in Las Vegas. I have you come in for a consultation. We talk about what you want to get, talk pricing, we talk availability.
Now, side note is I just hired 2 new guys that can do anything that they both...
Well, that's what I'm going to get to. And then you leave a deposit if you want to get in Joseph's books. Typically, as of the last 6 months or so, he's booked about 10 to 12 months in advance. That's why we closed his books, and he's not taking any new clients for the next 3 to 6 months.
It's getting out of hand. I want to be able to travel.
But in the meantime, if you want to get tattooed at Reverent Tattoo, we have 5 tattooers. Everybody can do a little bit of something. And so if you want to get tattooed here in the shop, you can still contact me. And again, there's the information, reverenttattoo@yahoo.com. There is my cell phone number. If you guys want to shoot me a text, my name is Michelle. I'm Joseph's wife. We own the shop. And I can set you up for a consultation either in person or over the phone with one of my other tattooers. If you live out of state, we can do it all over the phone via phone call or text message, and then you can PayPal me the deposit. That gets you in the books for when you decide you're going to visit Las Vegas. But thank you so much for your question, Vanessa. I greatly appreciate the way you worded it. Mark Evans, I'm sorry, sweetheart, we never talk prices on here, only because a lot of people just want to know how much a large piece like this would cost, not necessarily from Joseph. So they intend to go get it done by another tattoo artist, and they may charge more or less than he does. So I don't quote prices. Also, it's hard for you guys to gauge her size based on watching it on Facebook Live. So you have no idea if it's going to cost the same on you as it would on someone else. It would cost more on me than it does on her, even though she's 2 inches taller than me. My leg is larger than hers.
Also, she's 18 and she has good, healthy skin and goes right in. Some people, you're older, it's a little more difficult.
Hey, who you calling old? Fuck off.
Us?
My
Girl,
skin is horrible.
I'm 26 days older than you.
You are. So if you're calling me old, you're calling yourself old.
I am. Almost 40.
Cam Ward, Happy New Year, sweetheart. Thank you so much for tuning in from New Zealand. John Dowling, thank you so much. He says that's going to be a hell of a nice tattoo.
Thank you all. Starting the new year out right.
Hello, 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 everybody. Sorry, I kind of have to skip past some of them. We get so long-winded sometimes, and I don't necessarily see all your comments either. But to everyone who has said Happy New Year to you guys as well. We appreciate you tuning in. There must be a lot of people who cannot make it out of bed or off the sofa today, because we currently have 9.2 thousand people watching.
Cool.
So, they were not as motivated as we were to get out of bed this morning.
I
Lucky you.
Until 11:30, dropped a cute little German off as far as we could. Did you realize there's a million people on the strip? You know? We're like, and I was like, you know, we're dropping her up around midnight, and she's walking. I was like, careful, it gets rapey after midnight.
Michael Peterson, he does own a shirt. He has many, actually. Sometimes it pisses me off how many shirts he has that are just hanging in the closet. I told him I was going to donate them. I could save like 5 of his favorite ones, and he would be fine, because they stay on for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, and that's how long it was on.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes. So, he could just recycle the same 5. Like, you figure most people wear it for like...
I met you with females.
No, you didn't. Yeah, same 5. Yeah, chicks.
Well, every month, and then I get new 5. Gotta keep it interesting.
Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everybody who's just now tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, I sound even more doodly today because my voice is a little bit
want to say,
stressed.
Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody had a great night. But what I really want to say is, for those of you that we don't answer back, it's because there's so much coming in and things coming out of order. It's not because we don't want to answer you. We get that every time people get upset. And then later on, we go home and view. I like to see, just, you know, review, like, any feedback, see what I'm doing. And then I'll see friends I haven't even heard from years that were on there. I'm like, man, I would have said something. So it's not personal. Unless you're being a super creep and saying stupid shit. But if you're asking genuine questions, nobody's ignoring you. So please keep that in mind.
Yeah, as of right now, it says
People get upset.
2,500 people have reacted and commented. So I've not seen a tenth of those.
Yeah. So I promise it's not you. It's just.
On a side note, really quick though, you were talking about all the comments. How were they coming in?
Sideways. What did
They
it
were
say?
kind of.
They were kind of.
They were kind of. They were like coming in
ketchup
from
bottles?
every direction. Yes, they were coming in from every direction.
Coming from every direction.
From every direction.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
That's how he feels like you guys are coming at him from every direction.
It feels like when a hot chick opens her DM,
Yes.
dicks flying in from every direction.
Yes.
But yeah, so keep that in mind before you decide to get butthurt and say rude stuff and say I'm out of here. It's that we would love to answer everybody.
Thank you for all the positivity, though, guys. So
she's
far,
just one woman, even though she's such a woman. She's equal to 5 women. She is 1 woman.
yeah, I still have 94 text messages that I haven't gotten to in the last 3 days because everything else has been so overwhelming. But
Anybody watching that feels that she hasn't gotten back yet. She's only 1 woman, man. She'll get back to you. I would say give her 3 to 4 days.
Michael Fournier, she actually was smarter than most. She did bring baggy sweatpants to put on afterward. He's like, I hope she brought some comfy sweatpants because a lot of girls will come in their jeans and it's like, how the hell are you going to pull your jeans up over? 1, it's going to be swollen. 2, it's going to be irritated. 3, you don't want to mess up the plastic wrap. Baggy sweatpants are the way to go. Thanks, John Stovall. He said, I always love watching him tattoo. You're one awesome wife to film every time he does a tattoo. By the way, he looks way strange without a beard.
Way strange.
Much love to you as well, John. It's like way strange, yes.
Babyface Joey.
Calm down, old man. He just shaved so that you guys can't see the gray beard that was coming in. He was afraid you guys were going to ask if the drapes match the carpet.
They do.
They do.
Gray bush.
Oh, you mean you're not smooth like eggs?
My ball. Well, shave my balls and my taint. I keep the top. You know.
Suzanne Henry, that's very sweet of you. She said
I'm a
she's
man,
watching
I'm
at
not a
work.
boy.
She's making homemade chicken noodle soup for the guy she works for.
Cool.
That's nice. What a treat. I love homemade soup, especially in the winter. I would make a huge pot of soup every day, but Joseph says that goes with a meal. It's not the meal.
Yeah.
So,
Soup and.
I don't have time for both.
Anybody got any funny New Year's Eve stories last night? Or are you guys all trying to like remember the craziness?
J. Poe Rivera says he does tattoos as well. He wants to know if there's a better ink than Mom's.
Oh yeah, tons.
Joseph uses dynamic black primarily, and when he was using color, he was eternal for the most part.
And old gold is amazing. Mom's, I've never been a fan of Mom's. Sasha, what kind of coloring do you use?
What kind of colored ink do you use?
What brand?
Yeah.
World Famous and Eternal.
World Famous and Eternal?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Mom's.
World Famous is actually one that Sammy was asking you if you would ever use.
Oh, okay. World Famous, right on, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, what's up?
Oh, this tattoo artist that's watching says he uses Mom's, and I've never been a fan of it.
Yeah, it looks like skin candy kind of.
It's like
Yeah.
skin candy sucks.
Yeah.
Not to be negative, or I'm just stating the facts.
Hope Rocheford, we didn't see it. We were here working till 11:30. She said Mariah Carey's performance last night was hysterical. I heard that they had like a big
What's her
glitch
booty
of
like?
some sort. Yeah.
Her ring is as big as her booty. Have you seen her fucking ring? Oh my god.
Misty Dempsey, yeah. We stayed tuned too. We worked until 11:30. Our client was visiting from Germany, and her friends went down to the strip to enjoy the fireworks. So we had to drop her off as close as possible to the Las Vegas Strip.
So it's like she had to walk a quarter of a mile.
And then we ended up at a small place that was still open 24 hours and ate horrible pizza and burnt the roof of our mouths.
And she got a little surprise on the way in, you know, like I'm not drinking again, and I started my New Year's out right, and but I smoked some weed, and I'm like stoned, and I'm just walking in the bar, like trying to figure out where to sit, by trying to figure out, assess the bar of who's the least annoying drunk guy. And I finally found a seat, and she was like, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, "What? Tell them what happened."
Oh God, there was this older lady. There's an older white lady who honestly looked like she was almost 70 with a really obvious black wig on. And she was with a black guy that was probably in his early 50s, mid 50s. And as we're walking by, Joseph's walking
He was a
really
handsome guy,
slow.
you know?
Oh yeah, he was
The
a
woman
good-looking
was not.
guy.
She was like, he must be
I was like,
trash.
he must be trashed and has his beer goggles on
handsome
really
dude.
tight. He was a good-looking guy. And she's like, oh, I don't know. Is that common? I've only been with 2. And he's like, really? So you want to know? You want to see it? I can pull it out if you want to. I can pull it out right here. You don't have to touch it unless you want to. And he's like trying to like whip it out. They're at the front of the bar, right in front of the
Sitting
door.
sideways, like so
Sitting
you could
sideways.
see.
Everyone can see. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
And
we
then
finished this up.
15 minutes later, it was really quiet in this bar. It's just a little local bar that has a full kitchen open late at night. So we stopped to eat because we weren't drinking. And as she's getting up to go to the bathroom, she's like, I love you. And he's like, I love you too.
Wait,
And
hold on.
then they start...
And then pull your shirt so they can see you.
They start to kiss, and his tongue is flailing like octopus tentacles. Like, it was like, I thought the alien was coming out of his mouth.
And then turn back slowly.
You're like on a little rotisserie. She's like a little ballerina with her hand above her head.
Okay.
Just turn.
She's gonna take a pee break.
She's gonna take a potty break, guys.
Go back to Swasha.
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 Swasha. Sammy Poet says, I love the stories, the conversations you guys have while you're on here.
What's up, guys?
Hi. How's it going?
Good.
It's like Inception.
Is it Inception? Video within a video?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, so solid.
Can you roll this way? So
Yeah, this is our, I'm so happy to have, look how solid this is,
Holy
guys.
shit.
Solid and bright. He drew it in 20 minutes, and you've only been tattooing for 2 hours. This would have took me 4. Yeah. So happy to have you aboard for the new year,
Likewise,
man.
Thank you.
So cool.
Yeah. Go.
Oh, she's in there.
Oh, okay.
Desiree Hernandez, for Joseph's tattoo, no, he tattoos with black ink only, so there will be no color on that thigh piece. It's black ink only. Yeah, she's gonna be here a minute, that's for sure. They'll probably be on it a good 7-8 hours today, and then that's outline only, so it'll be definitely more than one session. Just give you guys a little look around the shop so I don't have to sit here and stare blankly at the floor, or we could watch the bathroom door for when she comes out. I don't know. Who has the lightest hand in the shop?
You do.
Me, because I don't tattoo. No, I honestly, I don't think anybody here is heavy-handed. I've had no complaints from any of our tattooers. Last time we had a complaint about a tattooer with a heavy hand was, what, 3 years ago? So, no complaints. Everybody's fairly light-handed, I guess. I wouldn't say light because they definitely make sure that the ink's gonna stay, but nobody's drilling into anybody, no scarring, nothing like that.
That's so good, bro.
Thank you so much, guys. We love our shop. It's our home away from home. We're here, honestly, more than we are at the house, for the most
I
part.
love your dot work.
Natasha Collins, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, at Reverent Tattoo.
Now I'm in LA.
Wayne McLaughlin, thank you so much. Happy New Year, sweetheart.
I'm not live with them.
Saludos, Simon.
So I'm working at the convention center right now. why I'm at the left.
John Zuck. I don't know who this is right now. Joseph, who's playing right now?
I let the one time.
You know, it was the last thing available. So, it's alright.
Christina Cabrera, thank you so much for watching. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. Brian Smith, Pillow915 does portraits here. He's actually really reasonable, but I couldn't tell you how much one's going to cost. It just depends on what the portrait is, how big. And you guys wanted to know who this is. This is Cream. I Feel Free by Cream. Matt Hardy says, people walking around without either a shirt or pants. I dig it.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know why people get hung up on us not wearing. Why not? Where's your shirt? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Why are you worried about where my shirt is?
Tamara Blaine, thanks for watching. Karen Johnson, thank you so much for watching. I enjoy videoing them. We don't do it every single day. We don't video every single tattoo. But I enjoy doing it a couple times a week. In all honesty, at the end of the day though, I don't want to have a conversation with anyone. And that's always when like family members want to call and talk to me for 2 hours and I'm like, I can't stand the sound of my own voice. Yeah. June, you know what? Joseph is actually getting ready to go through the same process. I'm lasering off some stuff on my back as we speak. And our laser guy is actually going to be joining us here at Reverent Tattoo. We're going to cut a big hole right there in the wall and open up into the suite next door and expand so that our laser guy can move in here and do laser removal to remove unwanted tattoos or lighten them so that it's better to do a cover-up without it looking like a cover-up. And Joseph's getting ready to laser off pretty much this whole arm right here. It's either laser it off or black it out. He hasn't decided just yet. But he's going to laser off a couple other things and lighten them so that he can get some tattoos that he likes. He got heavily tattooed in the late 90s with lots of randomness.
With poo.
With poo.
Turds.
Turds.
Got a lot of turds.
So, yeah, he's going to be going through the same thing. June says that he removes 13 tattoos in 2004 because they were awful. So I'm definitely would love to visit you guys all the way from Bakersfield.
Yeah, do
for
it.
some awesome, tasteful art. David Leverock, t-shirts are $20. I will actually be setting it up in the next week or two so that you guys can go on our website and buy them and have them shipped directly to you.
Now we don't have to wait.
Right now I'm the middleman. I'm the middleman, so you order one, you have to PayPal me, I have to watch it, get your size, get your address, find time to go to the post office, wrap it up all nice and pretty. It's easier if I just make it so you guys can direct ship them and order them one at a time. It makes it easier for me also, so I don't have to wait for somebody to print them, and hopefully we have your size. They'll just print your size automatically and send it out to you. So that will happen eventually, hopefully, like I said, in the next couple of weeks. Bright and Mayor, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. Pat Highlands, Joseph doesn't do any kind of portraits or anything like that if that's what you're looking for.
Outlines only. I can do a stylized traditional portrait, but if you want photorealism, it's PELON 915.
Christina Chris Hill, thank you so much for watching from Florida. Team America's Best Tattoos. Love the shop. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Brenda Anthony Weaver, I can't say I'm wearing anything impressive today, love. It's a jeans and t-shirt. I got my bell bottoms and my shit kickers on today. That's it. They actually just started tattooing a little while ago, guys. They haven't gotten a whole ton finished, just that bottom mandala. A little bit of outline around the flower there. Frank Sierra, that's awesome. He said his tattoo has 12 million views on Facebook. Holy shit, that's a lot.
That trumps any of mine. For you.
Adam Montrose, you're right. It is easy to get viewers when we have their ass hanging out in every tattoo.
Yep.
It's also easier to tattoo them on their ass when their ass is hanging out. It's kind of hard to do it through clothes. It's like guesswork.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
Just make yourself look like a hater fucking asshole.
Right. Who cares, yeah.
And I do exploit the booty because it wants to be exploited. Yeah, I started doing hip booty tattoos. Girls wanted rib pieces, and I say it's double the price for the ribs because they do not sit well. I said if you move it down to your hip thigh, it's normal price. And they're like, okay. And there it began.
Brandy Nicole, yeah, she's sitting really well so far. Joseph tattooed her forearm a few months back, and she sat really well for that one as well. So she's a tough little nugget. It's the 18-year-olds. They can just sit. They're determined to get the tattoo. I on the other hand, sit down and go, why the fuck am I doing this again?
You're determined to make an excuse to not get that.
Yeah. Helen Morris, Joseph has been tattooing. Sorry guys, I'm going to walk to the back of the shop and get a stool so I can sit down. He's been tattooing for just over 15 years right now. And Sasha, who we showed you earlier, has been tattooing for 17. So there are two most veteran tattooers here in the shop. Everybody else is fairly new. But Joseph and Sasha have both been tattooing for over 15 years. Yeah, Tammy Beecroft, a lot of people will fall asleep or almost fall asleep getting tattooed. I am not one of them, but some people can. We've had people even like start snoring. Josh Etch, who just left our family and went over to a friend of ours shop not too far from here in town.
Shout out to Heritage Tattoo.
Yeah,
Check them out.
Heritage is amazing.
They're amazing.
Yeah. But he went over there, and he, just before he left, about a month and a half ago, I would say, he had a gentleman getting his entire pec tattooed, and the guy was snoring while he was getting tattooed on his chest. He just laid back, put in his headphones, and conked out within like 20 minutes. Armando Cifuentes, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Reverent Tattoo.
Mando.
Kimberly Hawkins, thanks for hanging with us. Get some sleep. Sorry guys, we're gonna...
Walk on the other way. Go the other way.
Sorry guys, trying to find where to better vantage point so you guys can actually see the tattooing going on. We have private stations here at Reverend Tattoo, and so they're kind of small. Once a massage table is opened up, there's not a whole lot of space. But when we remodel and expand the shop, Joseph will have a larger station, so there will be more room for me to kind of maneuver around him when we go live. Cy Stevens, thank you so much. Happy New Year. You know what, Carolyn, Petchover,
Carolyn.
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 I don't know why people
Poltergeist?
would think that.
Yeah, who's that cat from? Carolyn. That's
Yes.
the little girl from Poltergeist.
Yes, I know. People thought I was her when I was little.
Oh yeah, you do kind of look like her. I mean, you're.
Anyways, I'm answering your question. I don't know why people would think that, but they do all the time. Did you do those ones on your head? Yeah, how is he going to tattoo the top of his
I
own
got a
head?
bag of meth and was really determined.
Stood in front of the mirror.
I remember when I was learning how to tattoo, and these guys, weirdos are always bored, and they'll come into the shop and like, yeah, I did all these, and we're like, sure you did. You know, but they're nice, you know, we don't want to make fun of them, but this guy's like, yeah, I did my whole back myself. Like, did you think about what you said before you...
Yeah.
I had to call that guy out.
Yeah, Michelle Callie, I can definitely relate to that. Not with the rib tattoo. I don't have my ribs done, and it would definitely hurt me. But tattooing over scar tissue is horrific. She said her first tattoo was on her ribs. Can honestly say it wasn't sore at all. My sorest has been my thigh piece. It was over a lot of deep, nasty scar tissue. Hence the pain. My sternum was an easy piece too. So for anyone afraid of the pain, everyone is different, and sensitive parts to tattoo may not be sore for you. If you want it bad enough, you'll sit through it. That's right. Oh, Ava Clark, I hope you feel better, sweetheart. Thank you for watching.
She hungover?
No, she says she's 62 years old with a bad cold and a sore throat, but I love Joseph's
no.
work. I'm feeling better already.
You should go, yeah, I had a respiratory, they gave me a Z-Pack, that didn't work. What'd they put me on? After that worked right away?
I don't remember. Augmentin and prednisone.
Yeah, that worked immediately.
Rob Flowers says Mike said he fought a fight with a broken back. Ha ha ha.
Fought a fight with a broken back?
Yeah.
He got no fight last night with a broken back?
Yes. Somebody must have said that.
Or he's fighting the good fight because he has a good broken back. Regardless, that sucks. Sorry, man. And if you have a broken back and you got in a fight, you're a badass. Back the out of me.
Oh, that's too bad, Caitlin Swift. Well, she said I can fall asleep getting tattooed, and that's one nice piece she's got, taking it like a champ. No one likes a whiny bitch. My husband loves me, and I'm a whiny bitch, so I beg to differ, sweetheart.
My friend just messaged me on Snapchat, and he's like, my friend, and he's like, I feel like I just saw this on Facebook.
You did!
You know what's funny is the girl from Germany yesterday, she follows me and was like, I seen I saw him draw this morning. Okay, this guy's in Germany and she's here from Germany. He's like, I saw him drawing this morning, and then I go on and it's you. Holy shit!
No,
what a small world.
He took a picture of it of your drawing and sent it to her, and he was like, "Look at this," and she was like, "Yeah, that's mine," and he's like, "Yeah, right." And she's like, "No, I'm here." And then when you put the stencil on, he's like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know you were there."
That's why she was making a big deal.
Yeah, he sent
He
it
was
to
trying
her
to
like,
look
"Look
at this
how
guy.
cool
Look-
this is," and she's
And
like, "Yeah, that's mine."
Stack of shrimp
Yeah.
from Germany. It's crazy.
He didn't know that she was in Las Vegas. He knew she was in the U.S. He didn't know she was in Vegas.
Because she was supposed to be in LA.
Yeah. She literally drove here just to get tattooed and spend New Year's Eve, and then they're driving back to California today.
She was a foreign exchange student.
Yeah. You know why? Thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Tamara Blaine says her old man just came in the room and he's like, "Are you watching that tattoo guy again?" All I could
That
hear was the
tattoo
sound
guy?
of the machine. I thought my daughter was playing with her hair clippers. We both agree that the artwork is amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Jose Martinez, I've never heard of it. He says, "Do you ever use black pearl ink?"
No. Nope. Just Dynamic and Formula 23 from BJ Betts. No need to use anything else.
Vixie Thurgood says, "Sitting here watching the pervs come out."
Oh.
Yawn.
Has there been a lot of previous shit?
Yeah, nobody wants to see the tattoo. Move the camera to the left.
So
Read it.
he should rephrase that. None of us creeps want to see the tattoo.
Right.
Yeah.
Clearly, I logged into the wrong website, is what he should say.
Yeah. Is this not Bang Busters? Is this not Bang Bros? You should be on Bang Bros.
Dwayne Charles, he's using a Doc Wells machine, I do believe.
On Instagram, dr_wells. They're very affordable.
Kelsey Newton says she digs the French fry socks. I told her someone would talk about them. Scott Younger, unfortunately, no. He's actually booked until December, and we just closed his book, so we're not taking any new clients for a couple more months.
But you can get tattooed by Sasha. What's your Instagram? Sasha Konkin. How do you spell that? We're gonna have to get you something, a sign made so we can.
Lynn's Lee, yes. Joseph drew this design. He just asked her for a list of things she likes and a list of things she doesn't like.
said
and
no
she
roses.
said she likes tigers. So
Giraffes.
yeah.
That's what happened. The girls say, "Here's a large piece of my body. Tattoo whatever you want." I'm like, "All right. Well, I need to know what you don't want." And she said, "No
said-
skulls, no roses."
Nothing dead. She likes all flowers except for roses, and she likes tigers and giraffes. So she got a tiger, some mandalas, some flowers. There you go.
And boom, that's where her tattoo. And then I made straighten your leg out. And then I made the mandala like it's tucked partially in front. It's like over the head for the composition, and then tucked behind the ears. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know why I did. I just thought it looked cool.
Kevin Walker said, "A beautiful tattoo for a beautiful woman."
Aww. I wouldn't say she's a woman. She's a young lady. She's 18. A woman.
Ryan Killeen, what
She's
he
woman
said?
parts.
He said, "You guys know a fish knows what you're thinking just before you sneeze." What? Explain.
Are we gonna have good jokes again? What is this one?
Explain. Yeah, who has New Year's jokes?
Whoever has the best joke today wins one of these roll flat. Wins one of these t-shirts.
I only have up to an XL.
Yeah, so the last guy who won wanted a 3X. We were like, oh no.
Yeah, so I still owe him a shirt when we get our new ones made, but Rogelio's awesome, and so he is being patient and waiting for his shirt.
We're expanding the shop, so our funds are going to expanding the shop, not a bunch of new t-shirts. But
Sammy Poet, I don't know what Heath said, but I'm sure it was something telling me to shut up. He says perhaps he's married to someone he likes to talk to. I know, that's unheard of.
I love talking to her, just not when I'm tired. Because we're both loud, but I don't realize how fucking loud she is until I'm tired. And I'm like, fucking, it's the most hypocritical. You're so fucking loud.
But also I get used to talking over him, over the music, over the machine, over the background noise here in the shop. And I'm deaf in one ear, so I can't really tell my own volume, I don't think. It's like old people are always going, ha! They're the ones that are deaf, not everybody else, but they.
I love you. You're my
can't tell
gray-haired Fran Drescher.
I am. There, guys. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We have 14,000 watching right now. Thanks for spending your New Year's Day with us. Oh, Thomas Roach says, I got a great joke. Okay, so here's the rules with the jokes. If you have a joke that's like a two-part punchline kind of joke, you got to see the whole thing at one time. Otherwise, I'll probably never see the punchline because people will ask a question and then I don't see it later. BJ Wheeler says, do you ever use horses in your designs? You haven't done a horse in a long time.
Yeah, but I love horses. Oh,
Scott Smith, it goes just
wrap it
over
underneath
the hip,
underneath that one, so you can, and then you can squeeze like that, because then you lift
tips
my.
for a young, she's only 18, she's almost 19. She's got nice womanly hips.
Everything?
If I don't sound perverted saying that, but I'm saying like, yeah, it goes just up over the hip. So it's just some young girls her age don't have a whole lot of shape yet, and she does. So hers goes up over the hip. It's really high up there, but not onto the ribs. Brittany Lee said, what do you call a grizzly bear with no teeth?
What?
A gummy bear.
I like that one.
Yeah, it was cute. Sarah Mull, they're just going to do the outline today. It's a lot of line work. She'll be over it by the time
tattoo
they're
is as
finished.
big as a back piece I've done on a 90-pound chick.
But you know what?
94 pounds.
Also, he's a perfectionist with the stencil, and even though sometimes he gets it on the first try, this one, because her being curvier, he had to try it 4 times we did the stencil. So that ate into about 2 hours of our time today. So they got a little bit of a late start, so he's not going to keep her here till midnight getting tattooed. I'm sure, like I said, she'll be over it. This is her biggest tattoo so far. And it's about twice the size of what she had originally planned. But it just fits her body so much better like this.
Yeah.
Rick Charo says, Mexican word of the day, tissue. You're doing it wrong, let me tissue.
I've only heard the wheelchair one. Mexican word of the day, wheelchair. Hey, homie, I got a burrito, but I only got one. But hey, don't worry, wheelchair. I never heard the tissue. The tissue.
Adam Galloway, I'm sorry for the loss of your wife. A special tattoo to honor her would be a beautiful tribute.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people who do tribute tattoos.
I don't know
If she was cremated, you can even ask your tattoo artist to put a little bit of her ashes in the ink. They don't put
all you need is a little baggie, just a little pinch.
Just a little pinch of it, just to keep her with you, so to speak.
So sorry for your loss, man. A good friend of mine just lost his wife and left behind four boys, and it's sad to spend Christmas and New Year's Eve without your wife and mommy, and I'm proud of you, Mike Carell, for keep on trucking and being there for your boys. I love you, man.
Sammy, I thought you were a woman because of the spelling of your name, but then I saw the man in the picture, so I wasn't sure, but thank you for clarifying. She's like, I'm a she. That's my daddy in the picture.
My bad.
Okay, let's see. Jarrett Queen says, how come orphans don't play baseball?
Because they can't afford the equipment.
Because they don't know where home is. Do I win? Do I win?
Oh.
Oh.
That's good. That's
That was kind of harsh, Jarrett. Tamara Mullery, she says the bed's all dirty. Where? He's got a drop sheet on.
This is a brand new
Oh,
item.
it's just kind of see-through. It's not.
Oh, no.
It's a brand new drop cloth.
Yeah. I may not wear a shirt and say I'm professional things, but I have
And he
covered.
even has
This
that,
pillow's
yeah.
covered. There's barrier film on the lamp.
Yeah,
On
everything.
the lamp? On my. Oh, that fell off. But my clip cord. You know how many times you order to see without a clip cord? And it's,
Yeah.
don't worry, we're good here.
Yeah. Vicky Arnold said, what did the 0 say to the 8?
Ooh, what?
I like your belt. He gets it. Because it's
So it's
squeezed
like
in
an
at the
8.
center.
Oh, see, that's only chicks that get that because they cinch and that was cute, but I would have never fucking figured it out.
Tamika Sylvester, I love yours. She said, why did the scarecrow get promoted?
Why?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh.
Wow, that's a good one.
That's a good
office
one.
I like that one.
joke. Like, if I won an award in an office, that's what I would do. I'd be like, quick joke.
Oh, Mark Brennan, that's so gross. Did you know that that diarrhea is hereditary?
No.
It runs in your genes.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Dawn Hargrave says if you hear a squeak and it starts to stink, it's not a mouse.
It's so funny.
Jay Moore said, what 3 things don't lie? Kids, drunk people, and spandex.
Yes. That goes in my saying when women who say leggings aren't pants. No, you have a labia that's out of control and no booty. Otherwise, they are told. You know what I mean? It's like your labia is a box of cat tongues.
Courtney's dying because she's 18 and she has no idea what that might look like if your labia is out of control.
Oh, God.
Carol Lee Stanfield said, what do you call a deer with no eyes?
No idea.
Oh!
I know that one.
How can you find Ronald McDonald at a nude beach?
What? How?
He's the one with the sesame seed buns.
Oh man.
Carrie Addicts, Happy New Year, sweetheart. Thanks for tuning in.
These are all cool. I don't know. Someone's gonna trump them all before. Wait, don't say that word. Too soon. Too soon. Ooh. I love that nobody wants to fucking perform for him.
Christopher Knowles said, what do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire? Frostbite. Terry Crum, we agree with that. She said, he said, I got ADD since I was a kid and I'm so hyper and I love to talk to my artists. We talk each other's heads off every time he works on me. You got to have a cool relationship with your artist. It makes you more comfortable. A lot of people log on here and they're like, you guys need to talk less.
Talk.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're wasting her money. It costs her the same no matter what, and he goes until the tattoo's done.
I'll have clients that I think their tattoo artist is better than me, and they're like, no, I like you better. Like, I'm like, but do you want a friendship, a conversation, or a good tattoo? They're like, I want both.
But you have to feel comfortable with someone, especially she's laying here. If the guy was quiet or a lot of them are creepy, you're not going to be as comfortable, and you're going to spend a lot of time with this person. If you can't stand their personality, I wouldn't want to come back.
The ADD conversation. I got one. How many ADD kids does it take to screw in a light bulb? You guys want to ride bikes?
Christopher Brenzero said, I once convinced a blind woman that I had a braille tattoo on my penis. Thank God she was slow reader.
But it was, but then you realized it was herpes?
Yeah, I was saying that it was hurting.
Hey, it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Addie Alamed says, knock knock.
Who there? Oh, ghost?
Oh, I didn't get it now. Never mind.
Maybe it's a ghost?
She said, who's there? When they start talking, say, moo! It's an interrupting cow.
Yeah, it's an old one, yeah.
I've never heard of an interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow?
Yeah.
I even think Madison's told that one before.
Kara Stanfield says, how do you know the difference between a snow woman and a snowman?
Huh.
They snowballs.
Oh!
I like that one.
Snowball.
Bruce Marshall, tell your daughters I said hello. He said my girls are standing over my shoulder watching the live feed.
Hey. Hope you guys had a great New Year's and great Christmas.
Well, Erin Anderkay, that's a new one. I've had guys ask what happens if they fart, but I highly doubt she's going to shit right here on the table,
Well,
so I think we're okay.
It hasn't happened, and I have a fart fetish,
He
so
says, what happens if she takes a dump?
then she feels better.
I think I would go to the bathroom.
Then we
and
eat again.
Yeah.
I don't know, I pooped 3 times since I've been here. How does she takes the dump? I don't know. She wipes her ass and flushes the toilet and comes back on the table.
Ella Joy, I'm sorry for your loss,
What happens
sweetheart.
when you take a dump? I don't know.
Use a couple times.
Valerie Parham, are you in Las Vegas, sweetheart? If you are, or if you're going to travel here, you can message me. We did close his books, but for something small like that, I may be able to do something for you. I'm really sorry for your loss. But there's our information. Go ahead and contact us.
Who passed away?
Her best friend died in a car accident on December 16th. Her
I'm
favorite
so
flower was a
sorry.
sunflower.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I love doing sunflower. That's something I might be able to, you know.
Jesse Renaga said, one day a man decided to get a tattoo on his penis. His wife asked, where have you been all day? He said, I got a tattoo on my penis. The wife asked, why? He said, so you can stay home and blow money all day.
Yeah!
Ah,
He changed that joke up. That was clever. Because it's usually, hey, you want to blow $100, and he pulls his dick out and it has a $100 bill tattooed on it. But that was clever. I like that.
To the gentleman who just said that his daughters are watching, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah, I'm so
realize
sorry.
until I was halfway through that
I'm
joke.
sorry. Hopefully they're 18. But yeah, still uncomfortable, I guess.
Oh, Brett Hill, the only reason why the flower looks crooked is because her leg is stretched and so it's pulling. I think he's just wanting me to
I'm not
zoom
worried
in
about-
and get her. No, he wants me to zoom in and get her butt crack because he's like, oh, let's get a zoom in of that flower. It looks like the bottom of it's crooked.
No,
the
it's
bottom of
perfectly
it
symmetrical.
goes
yeah.
into her butt cheek.
Not worried about what he thinks. Not worried about what you think.
Aaron Ryan says, what do you call 4 Mexicans in a boat?
A good time.
Watch Rocinco. Katie Johnston says a disabled guy with no legs rolls up to the bar and the bouncers have to carry him down the stairs. He says, I'm not standing for this. Ronnie Deutsch, that's a good one. My English teacher told me, hurry up and turn in my essay. She said, I told her I ain't no snitch.
Ain't no snitch, yeah.
Chris Hill, he says, standing in the park, I always wondered why a frisbee gets bigger, and then it hit me.
That's so funny. That's your favorite so far, huh?
Yeah.
Your voice may be annoying to some people, but you have the cutest laugh I've ever heard. I love her laugh. Her laugh. And then when she really laughs, her smile, it grabs me. I love her smile when she really smiles.
Lauding Collier just went up to the Mexican word of the day.
She
Charcoal.
What's charcoal?
Don't go swimming in the ocean because it's charcoal eating.
Charcoal. Charcoal. I'm gonna tell Pelon that tomorrow. Charcoal.
Granville Tipton says my first wife's named Wendy, so I had her name tattooed on my junk. Hard it said Wendy, soft it said W-Y. We went on our honeymoon. I'm in a public bathroom next to a dude that has the same tattoo in Jamaica. I'm like, your wife's Wendy? And I explain my tattoo. He says, no, man. Says, welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day.
Oh!
Tony Locke, we're in Las
He
Vegas.
slowly
Nevada.
put it back in his pants and walked away.
Roy McMahon says, I like how the most hardcore looking dude in the world said, aw, that was cute.
Yep.
He cries at chick flicks too, just so you guys know.
I could take a punch in the face. Yeah. What I once thought made a man and what was tough doesn't make a man. You know? Getting in fist fights and being hardcore, that doesn't prove you're a man. Getting out of bed every day and trying to make better quality life choices and be a good man for your wife, your family, and your kids, that's a real man. Anybody can take a punch, you know? Anybody can pull a trigger. Not anybody, but it's easy. But the hardest thing in life is trying to make a good decision, at least for me, you know. Sometimes it comes naturally, but it's funny what people think is makes a tough guy. But yeah, you're right. Babe, how many times have we had women have crushes on me through social media and then they're disappointed to find I'm a nice guy?
Yeah.
I had a woman, you know, she had a consultation, she came in, and we were just starting and no one was around, and she was like, your personality does not match the way you look. And she was upset, and I was like, what? You wanted me to say, hey, sit down, shut the fuck up, and at the end we're going to take you in the bathroom, you're going to blow me. And she's like, kinda. Yeah. Kinda.
What's the only part of Popeye that doesn't rust?
What?
The part he put in olive oil.
Oh, I like that. That was cute.
That was cute.
That was cute. But you know, it's funny, like last night I caught myself watching that while we dropped her off, there was a hottie in like real cute but slutty skirt and high heels, and I wanted to be like, babe, look, her outfit's cute, and I was like, that's so gay as fuck, and I was like, babe, you look really good in something like that. I like that type of. I caught myself. I was like, that's super fucking gay for me to. Dude, look at that. That outfit's so cute.
Jessica Soleil, I haven't heard this, and she said, I'm sure you've heard this. What did the dad buffalo say to his boy on the first day of school?
What?
Bison.
I like that one.
I think I like the funny adult perverted ones, but I really like the sweet, like, simple ones too. They crack me up.
I just wish I could remember them. I have no memory anymore.
Carrie Addict says her daughter still calls her a turkey neck because that day I was like, when I get the turkey neck when I'm an old lady, so I don't want to tattoo it right there. Old lady turkey neck. Your daughter's like 4, right, Carrie? And she heard it in the background, and she's like, old lady turkey neck.
4-year-old? Wow. 4-year-olds making jabs at mom. That's
Calling
funny.
her an old lady turkey neck.
Lenny Rector said, here's my joke. There's only 20 days till America gets great again.
Oh, you're the winner. You're the winner. That trumped it all.
You finally used that.
What a joke.
Lenny Rector, send me your size and your address to ReverendTattoo
right now,
at
so far,
yahoo.com.
that's like the best. Did you hear that, Sasha? The joke of the day is, here, you tell it, but you gotta be loud. You have no problem doing that. Tell Sasha.
Shut up. We're having people tell jokes on the live video, and the guy says, here's a joke for you. There's only 20 days till America gets great again. Thomas Roach says a woman gets on the bus with her baby, and the bus driver says, that's the ugliest baby I've ever seen. The woman goes to the rear of the bus and sits down, fuming. She says to the man next to her, that driver just insulted me. The man says, you go right up there and tell him off. Go ahead, I'll hold your monkey for you.
Oh.
That's pretty good too, Thomas Roach. Harley Carter said, what did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
What?
Gagging sound.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know. You're
I like that one.
second place. Runner up.
Oh, Tamara Blaine says, my daughter said, and I quote, he's a good tattoo drawer. She's 6, by the way.
Runner up. Second place gets oral.
Orally.
Oral, eh? Yeah, doesn't our son say that? Doesn't our kids say that? You're a great drawer.
Yeah.
Oh, Desiree's son. He was like, I want to be a professional drawer. That's right.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
Why?
Because their pee is silent.
I don't get it.
Is there a
Pterodactyls
pee?
spelled with
Oh,
a P.
because it's. Oh, I get it.
Hannah Pike said, how does the moon cut his hair?
How?
He eclipsed it.
Oh, he eclipsed it.
Let's see here. Thanks so much for all the compliments on the tattoo, guys.
Thank you.
Athena Savoy said she's really loving it. Tyree Ote said he's loving it.
Thanks, man. I'm far from the best. I just do what I love, you know? I only accept tattoos if I'm into it and love it, you know?
BJ Wheeler, I hope that your tattoo turned out great. I remember the other day you saying that you were going to be getting your phoenix. Alan Scrivanos, Happy New Year to you in Newcastle,
Yeah, I want to see
UK.
your Phoenix. Yeah, tag me in it, you know? Or
Yeah.
not in the photo itself, just on your comment thing.
Yeah.
Another thing for you weirdos out there that are tagging me on your fucking tattoos, that's lame. I like...
Christopher wants to know if you're... Oh, she's not watching. No, her phone's just sitting there. She's just hanging out. You want to know if you were watching the live video also. Blade Grollo says, 2 guys walk into a bar. You'd think one of them would have seen it.
Seen what?
They walked in.
Oh! Wah, wah, wah. Sounds good, though.
Anna Elizabeth Price, I don't have super slim arms. Yeah, you can totally have a tattoo sleeve. She said, will it look good on me if I don't have super slim arms? I don't have slim arms. See? You can get it. Looks good on anybody if you want it. Just, it's all about the quality art.
And as long as you're not jeopardizing your skin being brown, natural brown skin is fine. It won't be as noticeable as lighter skin, but if you tan all the fucking time, then you're compromising your skin, and it doesn't come out that well. What's the funny joke, babe?
Teresa, it's not a joke. Teresa said, I will tell you what I told my kid one time. Typical teenager asked me why she had an Adam's apple, which she doesn't. I looked at her straight faced and said, well, dear, that's because your balls haven't dropped yet. She says she hates her family. That's something we would say in our family.
Here's a life lesson for you guys, you young guys out there. If a woman has an Adam's apple, a banana is sure to follow. my grandpappy told me that. Son.
Terry Crum said, why don't Mexico have an Olympic team?
They do.
They do.
It's a joke, guys.
Oh, why?
Say why? Because
Why?
all the ones that run, jump, and swim are already in the USA.
Yeah. I remember that.
Crystal Duran said, what do you call a bear wearing high heels?
What?
Nothing. They like going barefoot.
Eastbound and Down? What are we watching? As I was thrusting up on her, and my wife Donna had the air turned up to 86 degrees.
Mabel
There
Conant,
was a knock at the door.
if that is you
My
in your
son.
little picture, you're absolutely
And I
stunning.
said no. My wife said no, and I said, let the boy watch. He needs to learn. Just like the way my daddy learned. And the way I learned. Have you seen that? You find that? That's so good. He's like, let the... Bro, so, we were been quoting that fucking...
Temperature was about 82.
We've been... had the,
He does not like it.
so, me and Josh, we've been... me, Josh, and
Oh my gosh. You have to hold this for a minute since you took your gloves off. I have to go.
me and Josh and Jake have been quoting that for about 2 weeks. And then, like, when my daughter's not there, I walk around, you know, when she's at her mom's for the weekends, I walk around naked. And so my son usually passes out. We have the door open, and I'm going at it. And all of a sudden, Michelle's all, and I'm all, what? And she's like, Maddox he likes to crawl and sneak on the floor like a ninja. She's like, he just got up and ran out the room. And I was like, no, let the boy watch, to be funny. And like 2 minutes later, I was like, yeah, I'm turned off now. This is fucking, this is stupid. This is weird. But he never said anything. Usually he bugs. It's like, mama. Go ahead and straighten your leg out completely.
Oh, it fell on the floor again.
Oh man, I'm almost done with that part anyway. Michelle had to take a call. How you doing? Okay. Oh, the battery's dying. Go ahead and. Oh, okay. Plug it in. Sorry, guys. Mabel, thank you. Frederick, you can go on my Instagram and see the final product today. For those of you who want to know, you can screenshot that, give me a follow. But better yet, you know, go ahead and follow the shop. You can see all of us. For those of you that are coming into town last minute, I have walk-in guys and the new guy Sasha. I'll be posting his stuff tonight. He just started today. I'm really excited to have him. Real tattooer, real dude. You guys, want to hear a dirty joke? 2 white horses in the mud. What's the cheapest meat? Deer balls. They're under $1. Oh, that's good. Your mama got 1 eye and 1 leg. They call her Eileen. Yeah. What's the difference between a woman and a fridge?
What?
Fridge don't burp when you pull up your meat. What? When you pull your meat out. Oh.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't read well. I don't read good. Nice job. Thanks, man. How many people are watching this live while taking a dump? A lot, probably.
I was actually thinking that.
A white owl goes, hoo. What does a black owl do? Who dat? Yeah. Who dat? So he must be a J. Cole owl. The local barber just got arrested for selling drugs. I've been a customer for 12 years. I had no idea he cut hair. Wow. Thanks, Van. Thank you. I could say my jokes. There's kids watching. Yeah, I mean, if kids are on here, like, you know, people that talk about booties being exposed. When you go on the Ink Mag, there's nothing but hot, half-naked chicks. Like, that's why you're on the page, stupid people. But to you, Alex, yeah, go ahead. If there's kids watching, then that's their parents' fault, you know. But it is 2016. We're not in church. 4 gay guys walk into a bar, and there is only one stool left. What do? Turn it upside down.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, my favorite thing is what's the #1 pickup line in a gay bar? Can I push your stool in for you? Either. Thank you.
Are you on me?
Yes, I am. Camera girl. This is my dream girl. I married my dream girl. All right, back to tattooing. You drinking soup?
I am drinking soup.
Who called, babe?
I got one t-shirt.
Oh.
You wanted to call and make sure that.
Well,
I
it's
had
not.
gotten his
We're
email.
not done yet. If that's so far, you're the winner. Hold up. So far, you're the winner. It's not over. It could be. You know, someone could. Foot
Sorry.
fetishes. That was for the
Hello.
foot fetters.
Yeah.
Foot
Oh, because you were
fetters.
showing my feet.
Yeah.
Foot
Unintentionally.
fetters. The foot fetters. What's a petter ass? Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Can we have my stool back? Can you push my stool in for me, please? Can you wipe it
I
off
tried
first?
to last night.
Can you wipe it off first, please? It's a half-ass wipe down. Get it?
Oh. Actually.
Dun-dun-dun. All the puns.
What do you actually?
Excuse me.
A man was driving home when he saw a guy jogging in the nude. He opened the car window and asked the guy why. The guy answered, "Because you came home early." That's horrible. Did you hear that one? A man was driving home and he saw a guy jogging in the nude. You hear me?
What's up?
A guy was driving home and he saw a man jogging in the nude, and he rolled down his car window and he said, "Why?" And he said, "Because you came home early."
Oh my god.
No, that one's unplugged.
Watch where you're.
I am, I'm trying. There we go. Sorry, guys. The phone is dying, so we had to go find an extension cord really quick.
Then walk out that way.
No matter how many times we've done this, it's always moving. It's like musical chairs moving around in here, so.
You're going to lay. You're gonna go over.
Let's see here. They want to know if you plan on doing any more on your thighs, if you're going to do your inside of your thigh too. I don't know if she's
No,
not that far ahead.
she's 18, but that's why at least you go really big, so that way if she ever does a leg sleeve, things are proportioned and not. If I was to do it small, then for aesthetic purposes, it's not going to match up. It's going to be. This is for you young ladies that are cute little 18-year-olds like her. A good example is a girl her size. She came to me years ago, and she got a little sun right here. She came back I was like, let's do it bigger. No, that's all I want. I said, I won't even charge you extra for what I quoted you. No, it's okay. I was like, whatever. Then she came back 6 months later. I want 3 little butterflies. All right. A year later, she's like, I want a whole back piece. Well, now it's just like all forced. So if you girls do your back and you're just experimenting, center it and do it of good size. That way you can add on and things are proportionate, not forced. And so the same thing, you want things to fit. I shouldn't be telling some of the amateur tattooers out there, but whatever. Just think ahead, you know, plan. What up?
They're done.
You're done? Bring them on in.
Come on
So
over.
you're going to you're gonna lay down this way.
Let's see here.
And your on your back. Here. So I guess now come over. Your stool over here. I'll bring that.
There he goes. Okay, Rob Flowers says, I bought a cow for free milk. After the first day of milking, I only got 7 ounces of milk.
That looks
And
nice.
this went on for months. Oh, hold on.
That
To be
looks
continued.
Sorry.
There we go. So Sasha, what? 2.5 hours or something?
Or 3 hours.
About
3
3
yeah,
hours.
3 hours on the whole. He's a slightly above average sized man. Took him 20 minutes to draw. Solid and flawless. That's great. You know, hey guys, this is a new guy, Sasha. I'll be posting the stuff on Reverend Tattoo. You guys can check him on Instagram and make some appointments. Awesome, brother.
Cool. Thanks. Let's take some pictures. Yeah.
Okay, so Rob says, bought a cow for free milk. After the first day of milking, I only got 7 ounces of milk, and this went on for months. I would go out to milk the cow. It would run over to me. I would milk it, 7 ounces of milk. Called the vet to come check my cow out, and he asked what was wrong. I said every morning I come out to the milk cow and it runs to me. I milk it and only get 7 ounces of milk. He said, wow, only 7 ounces? Most bulls give more sperm with that than that. I said, a bull? He said, you have bull and you've been jerking him off every morning. Oh damn, no wonder my cereal was so salty.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
So terrible. So terrible.
That is terrible.
Terrible.
Hunter Warnick, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hunter. I always thought that was a cool name, Hunter. I'd rather be Gatherer.
Scott Bell said a blonde's house catches on fire. Calls fire department. Dispatcher says, how do we get to your house? She says, duh, big red truck.
That's cute. Oh shit.
You like that one.
Did they call?
Granville Tipton says, nice SRV playing in the background, but that was the PS on his joke. It says, I went to my psychiatrist wrapped in only saran wrap. The doctor told me he could clearly see my nuts. Or see your nuts. Ernie Lemuse, her name is Courtney. They all think you're cute as fuck.
And she's super sweet and not full of herself and has 2 jobs and knows exactly what she wants to do. She's not a dumb bitch. She's not annoying. More a little bit. Oh.
Lenore Webb says 2 blondes are walking down the road. One saw her boyfriend and he had flowers in his hand. She was upset and exclaimed so. Her friend asked why. The first blonde said because she would have to spend the next week on her back with her feet in the air. Her friend looked aghast and asked, what, you don't have a vase?
Oh my god. I like that one. So many good ones. Hey, well, you know, at least she was improvising, you know.
Brandon Muffaletto says that you look like a
Muffaletto.
chainsaw massacre or a chainsaw murderer with that smock on.
I
Like
do.
you're-
I murder that
Looks
ass
like
every
leather
day.
face.
Murder that ass.
Brandon Penny says, hi, this is Chef B from Ink Kitchen LV. Where's Ink Kitchen?
Ink Kitchen?
Uh-huh.
Ink.
Is that like a restaurant where everybody's tattooed?
We have a lot of ship friends. We've met some.
Trisha says, TK says, hi, this is TK watching again from Orlando. As always,
What up,
I can't
TK?
get enough of you guys. Dang, Joe, looking adorable with no shirt and that apron on. LOL. Just tell him he's trying to hide his man boobs. Just kidding. Love you guys.
Yeah,
They poke out a little bit.
No, since I got.
He'll cover one nipple and the other one will pop out on the
But since I got off steroids, I gained a little weight. I don't burn calories. My diet's not 100%, and I'm not doing the fasted cardio. I didn't have to do all that on steroids. I just stripped the fat away.
Gary Combs, we've heard that one before.
They're not
but
man
it's so
boobs,
funny.
they're moobs.
That's still funny though. He says, how do you get a nun pregnant? Dress her up as an altar boy.
No, that's
Yeah.
yeah, but it's the nuns don't touch the altar boys. It's the priests.
Yeah, dress her up as an altar boy so the
Oh,
priest
dress
will fuck
her?
her.
Oh shit. Yeah.
You ruined his joke.
I'm dumb. Fuck. I'm sorry. I apologize.
How are we making a joke out of a legitimate art form, Kurt Rivero? He said, call me crazy, but shouldn't live videos like this make people want to go to your place of business? You're making a joke out of a legitimate art form.
Well,
We're telling jokes, but we're not making a joke out of the art
I'm
form.
booked out solid for a whole year, so I'm not for everybody, especially you. So kick rocks, dumb fuck. Not worried about what you think.
Joe Urbanowski says, I don't have any tats, so this is like watching National Geographic special on other cultures. Pretty
And,
cool.
what? I'm sure that guy is a tattooer who's not busy at all. What's wrong, bro? You mad? That's alright. You know? Two tattooers in town here that I fucking respect so much support me, so that's all I need. Support from you, my wife. What haters.
Brandy Nicole says, if tattooing without a shirt on is a thing, I should ask my artist to do it too.
It is.
Frank Williams, thank you so much.
One of the pioneers and best tattooers in the world, Philip Blue, don't wear a fucking shirt. I'm far from him, but I look up to him. He inspires. Yeah, I'm sorry that people aren't happy with themselves. You doing alright? You're doing great. Thank you.
Oh, Gary Combs, we've heard that one too, but it's still hilarious. Hi, Sasha. They want to know, how do you circumcise a hillbilly? A hillbilly. Kick your sister in the jaw.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
I was like, what are you
You're
doing?
like, where are you? I can feel it on my vagina. I'm like, I'm right here.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, when they're new, they'll like. They told me once they get to know me, like, oh, look, like, what are you doing?
There's clipboards on the wall over there. Yeah, on the right hand side, right by your station. There's clipboards on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
4310, 4310. Eric Gonzalez says, what does the sign on an out-of-business brothel say?
Oh gosh.
What?
Beat it, we're closed.
Yes! Ooh. Second. I just moved up to second place.
Right? Right there to the left of the computer, there should be... It should be like a stack of them. I don't know where the guys put them last, but they should be right there. I'll reorganize it for you, sorry. Found it?
So what did it feel like? Was it like
Deborah
painful?
Knox, his name is Joseph Haefs. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. There's his Instagram information, and that's the spelling of his name, Joseph Haefs Tattooer.
I'm sure you're finding that department. Like we spoke earlier about.
Dan Hodgins, we thought about going to the Wildwood Convention a couple years ago.
Yeah, I lived in Connecticut as a young kid, and I used to go to Wildwood every summer. Watch the tram car. I loved Wildwood. That's where I first fell in love with tattooing. I was like 8 years old. I was on the boardwalk, and there's a tattoo shop in the window on the boardwalk. And I was like, and my mom was like, no, keep going. Mom, can I just get my ear pierced? I was mesmerized by it.
But what I was going to say is we are going to be at the Empire State Convention this July, however. So that's as close to Wildwood as we're going to get this year. Kelly Holly says, here in Auburn, Alabama, my tattoo artist is a woman, so seeing her in an apron with no shirt would freak me out, but seeing you is just nice.
Oh, thank you. If I had titties like yours, I'd just pull them up the fucking side.
Lawrence Montoya says,
Here, hold the titty.
what did the doctor prescribe to the depressed lesbian?
Some dick.
Trimenigan.
Trimenigan, that's close. Trimenigan, that's fucking cute. I like that. That was cute. $75, like for you, $72.
72 cents?
I don't think I have any more double X's.
Yeah, it's like,
I think I only
honestly, you'll see 90% of our clients are chicks. And,
So, yeah,
10%
I want a
dudes.
chick shirt. So, medium maybe? Or large?
Yeah,
We got a large,
check
yeah.
them out.
And
Open
that-
the cabinet right here, honey. You can, is it for
yeah,
a
the
chick
dude
or for
shirts
you?
are way cooler.
For you?
It's the lettering.
I think the guy ones are in like the second
Second drawer.
They just say Reverend Tattoo on them. They're charcoal gray. And you can
$20,
open them
yeah.
up and see which one you think might fit. And try one on for all I care.
Definitely not kidding.
It's a medium. It does.
Oh man!
Sensitive.
Joshua Reynolds says a redneck went to the hospital and his wife was having a baby. What's that?
No.
Happy New Year.
Oh. Thank you.
We're
We're family, don't worry about it.
not greedy. Yeah, you'll see.
Joshua Reynolds says a redneck went to the hospital. His wife was having a baby. Upon arriving, he sat down and the nurse said to him, "Congratulations, your wife has had quintuplets, 5 big baby boys." The redneck says, "I'm not surprised. I'm the size of a chimney."
What? That one, we only had girls in that one, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna have some cool dude ones soon.
Okay. Let me know. Let's talk to know.
You can just leave it on my desk or something. Thank you, honey.
You can put it in her bra, in her. Put it in her
Anyways, let me
cleavage.
finish the joke.
What? All right, start it over.
Says the redneck went to the hospital. His wife was having a baby. Upon arriving, he sat down and the nurse said to him, "Congratulations, your wife has had quintuplets, 5 big baby boys." The redneck says, "Well, I'm not surprised. I'm the size of a chimney." The nurse replied, "Well, you might want to consider having it cleaned. They're all black."
Oh shit! Oh fuck! I don't know. That was pretty good. That's how I meant the dude who just called. You were the winner. I don't know. That's a good one. I like them both.
Rob Flowers
it's the
says,
Trump joke. It's just because I fucking can't stand Donald Trump.
Brandon Muffaletto said, "What did the Mexican say when his papers flew out the window?"
What?
Get back in here, Essay.
I knew it was gonna be so
What did he say when the house fell on him?
Get off me, Holmes.
Get off me, Holmes.
How many people are on right now?
9.5 thousand.
9.5. We got up to 20,000. Yeah. We'll probably have like a total of overall like by tomorrow million.
Yeah, Steve Southam says I should ask my artist to go with no top, but I think she would disagree.
Doesn't it have to ask to her? I always say, he who hesitates masturbates.
Yeah. John Allen, we like to listen to classic rock, blues.
Hey, brother.
Thank
Nice
you,
to meet you,
sweetheart.
man.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be out here again soon, I assume.
You live in LA?
Eventually, yeah.
We're going to be at the Pasadena convention at the end of the month. If you're bored, come say hi.
Okay.
Pasadena's what, an hour away?
Yeah.
All the hotels, we can't find any good ones in Pasadena. So we don't want to be stuck in traffic.
Airbnb, bro.
Yeah.
Please.
All the good ones, like the best one we found are these really uptight guys, gay couple. And they're like, no smoking of any kind, no parties, no loud music, no. They're just like, well, we don't want to like.
I thought they were supposed to be fun.
Yeah. Oh no, my gays are my favorite, dude. But they're uptight. As I say, they gotta be really old bougie ones.
Oh yeah.
Not, like 40 and under.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, have a good night. Thank you so much.
You
Happy
too.
New Year.
Hospitality. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
I'm actually gonna run up and grab some food and I'll come back for you.
Connor says, what did the girl from Vermont say to her boyfriend?
Yeah, just come in and ask for me.
Babe,
What?
what did the girl from Vermont say to her boyfriend?
Either way, we take cards.
Dad, get off me, you're crushing my cigarettes.
To Vermont?
What did the girl from Vermont say to her boyfriend?
Yeah, he was like top on.
Dad, get off me, you're crushing my cigarettes.
Oh, I didn't read it. I'm sorry. I'm listening to Sasha at the same time.
I know. He's fine.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna go get food and I'll be back for a little walk-in.
Cool.
Yeah, they just called.
Awesome.
Cool. Alright, I'll be back.
Okay,
You guys want
sounds
any
good.
food? You want any food?
Where you going?
I don't know.
Oh,
Whatever's
you
on-
brought me food, huh?
Yeah.
No.
You
Okay,
want
thank
anything?
you.
Okay.
All
Alright.
right. Snacks, yeah.
Alright, I'm good.
Drive careful. Leon Miller, you're
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Oh, it
Thank
is.
you.
I mean, here. Yes, this sucks, and that sucks, and under the boot bag. It all fucking hurts.
Oh, Lacey Sunshine. First off, your name is so fucking cute. But she said, why is a picture of Jesus better than Jesus himself?
Why?
Because it only takes one nail to hang a picture.
Oh shit.
That was horrible, but very clever.
Hey, too soon.
Too soon, yeah.
Too soon. We need 2,000 more years. Too soon?
Paul Lucurcio, I don't know if we're gonna see the punchline.
I got a joke. Ronda Rousey. Oh, too soon, too
too
soon.
soon.
I'm just kidding. That chick worked hard. Everybody had,
Anybody can get knocked out twice in both of the fights.
Yeah. But then she was a badass. She climbed to the top, It's alright. I was just kidding on that joke. People just love to hate and say, like, all of a sudden, everybody loved her, and then people just hate so quick. They get on the hate wagon. What's some other good jokes, baby?
I don't know, but Coda Phillips, yep, that's one that we hear all the time. He said, what did the black dude say when he seen a white girl getting a tattoo with her panties on? Open your legs. Ain't that the fucking truth? All the pervs on here.
I get guys who are like, show the monkey. What's a monkey? And I think because they're so lame, when they see it, they're like,
Do we have a problem with the Latino community? No, I'm just reading jokes, sweetheart.
I thought I was Mexican for a good 10 years, homie.
I was married to a Mexican. We have a Mexican man that works here. We have no problems. We're the furthest thing from racist. My first two kids are Filipino. There's No problem.
I'm wearing fucking Chuck Taylors, homie.
That has nothing to do with anything.
I have a 68 Coupe de Ville out there. I had a fucking breakfast burrito. I love oldies.
It was a vegan breakfast burrito to make things clear. That doesn't count.
You know why else I think I'm Mexican? Because I'm a pervert. Most Mexicans are perverts. Mira, mira. What's that whistle they do? Ay. Ay. Yeah, I hung out with Cholos for a long time. I thought I was Mexican.
Yeah, Jesse Renaga,
I
I've
could
heard of
quote
that one
blood in,
before,
blood
but
out.
it's so funny. So a man walks into a house with a duck under his arm. He walks up to his wife with it and says, "This is the pig I've been fucking." His wife says, "That's a duck." He quickly replies, "I wasn't talking to you."
I love that one. I love that one. I wasn't talking to you. Oh! Such a good one.
Cody Winslow says, "Hey, can you say my name?"
Depending on that one. Cody Winslow! Happy New Year. Her boyfriend's Mexican.
Kyle Pittman, this is a tattoo shop. We just choose not to have ugly shit in here, so we have antiques, and we try to match our sink. He says, "I'm not sure if we're in a bathroom or a tattoo shop. We don't have to have a stainless steel ugly ass sink to have.
No, we have our own style. We don't. I'm not a fucking
Yeah.
sheep.
People have asked before if we're in a
follow the
bedroom
herd.
because I have huge bureaus and chests to put tattoo
You got
supplies
these
in.
chests. Nah,
I
we're
do.
not. We don't do. We don't fucking toolboxes belong in a fucking garage. It's not the fucking 90s, and we're not fucking bikers.
It doesn't even look like a bathroom.
He maybe said bedroom.
No, he's at a bathroom.
Does he sleep in the bedroom? Whatever.
Oh, Wesley Cortez says, "Not you guys. You guys are funny. I'm talking about the commentators themselves, hon." Yeah, you know, I can't have any control over who's on here, who's commenting.
You get a lot of hate. You know, you gotta remember, bro. A lot of people. Those are the people that they're not happy with themselves, so they always gotta talk shit.
Christian Rodriguez says, "Here's a joke. An Irish man walks out of a bar."
Oh. That was good. What time is it, baby?
It is almost 6 o'clock.
Oh, nice. Are you reading jokes?
Yeah, but some of them we've seen before. Jonathan Dominguez, he says, "What's the difference between a Jew and a pizza?"
Not much.
Pizzas don't scream while they're in the oven.
Ah.
He said, "GG, no fucks given."
Good thing Sasha left. He's
Michael Reyes.
maybe Russian, but he's Jewish. He's Russian Jew.
Michael Reyes, I've heard that one before, but it's still a cute one. He said one of the Mexican firemen named his newborn twin sons
What?
Jose and Hoseby.
That's right. That's an old one. That's a cute one, though.
Yeah. Pat
Hey.
Gilliland. Wait,
I
hold
gotta get
on.
my.
Pat, yeah, actually, I'm having a terrible time trying to find a decent hotel or an affordable Airbnb for Pasadena. I've been checking in Arcadia though, and a little bit in, I think it was Burbank. So I'm still looking, but thank you for the suggestion. I'm going to look more in Arcadia.
Come closer. What's up your belly hanging off? There you go.
No, nobody here has a problem with the Latino community. Nobody here is racist.
Nope.
There's been as many hillbilly white jokes as there have been black jokes, Mexican jokes. I'm surprised there hasn't been any Asian jokes. But you know what? Half the Mexican jokes have been told by Mexican people too. We tell hillbilly jokes. Joey used to call me Joseph. Sorry, you guys call him Joseph. Used to call me a hillbilly or redneck. I'm from Washington State. We're just country.
I'm an Italian dude who thought he was Mexican for 10 years. I used to tell Mexican girls, I'm like, hey, we're like the same. You just like turn the flag upside down and take off the eagle, and we're all about food and family, you know. I thought they would be like, oh yeah. No, everyone looked at me like, you're fucking stupid, eh? I know, it's just for some reason a lot of Mexican jokes. That's what's funny, and that's what the thing is remember, people, they're jokes. They're jokes. Come on, you could take a dick, but you can't take a joke? Come on.
And the thing is, too, is that if you were telling the joke, then it would be okay.
That's all right, move on. Yeah. More jokes. That's because it's funny. They're funny. I almost said no racist jokes, but they're the funniest ones.
Misty Bradford, I love you. She said Joseph is a certified G, a bona fide stud, and if you don't like it, learn to love it.
Yeah.
That's right,
Preach, girl. Preach. But I love my haters, girl, because it makes me appreciate people like you. I was telling somebody yesterday, I was like, if everybody was positive and heard good things, then there'd be no difference, because it always would be positive. You know what I mean? So it's all good. You gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah, Senor Tad says, if you got 20 haters, you need to figure out how to double that by summer. Haters hating means you're doing something right.
I got a lot of thank you. I needed to hear that, because the haters are growing, and a lot of them are friends and people that I thought were my friends, you know?
Oh, Sabian Harris, thank you so much. We actually, earlier, we had like close to 20,000 watching. It fluctuates. It'll go up and it'll go back down or it'll go back up. Different parts of the country, people are eating dinner or running errands or whatever, going to church. So people log off, log back on. It goes up and down, but thank you so much. Miranda Staub says she likes our style. It's 1,000,000 times better than steel toolboxes.
What's the key word in that? Tool.
Right.
I'm a bit of a tool, so no, I'm not a tool. Douchebag.
Sammy says if we would go live just a little bit more, she could cancel her direct TV. Gotta sleep sometime. Jehovah Emmanuel says that's my ex getting the tattoo.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Do you know Jehovah?
No.
Oh, it's funny that he's it's his future ex. That's what he's saying.
What's up, Zach Hollowell?
Hollowell. You should see her shave her. She's like fucking violent with it.
Scott Bell's evening it out. He said, here's an Asian joke for you. 80% of Asians have cataracts. The other 20% drive Nissans. Get it? Cataracts. Oh, Sasha didn't hang it up.
Yeah, it's hard to press the button.
Lacey Sunshine, I was from Centralia, Washington. Glow, I don't know what you call a cracker that's white. Aren't we all? She said rednecks. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. Sorry, honey. Oh, good night, Steve Southam's. Thanks for watching. He said it's getting late. It's nearly 2 a.m. in the UK. Good night.
Good night, my friend. Cheers.
Josh Kotler says, first Jewish joke. Yes, proud Jew here with 15 tattoos.
Wait. Stand her so they can see that.
She's got to pee, but we're going to make her stop really quick so you can see her tattoo. There we go. Okay, now you can go.
I hate to see you leave, but they love to watch you go.
Oh, Amanda and Michael Ray, shout out, guys. Thanks for watching. Kyle Killeen, actually, the forearm is not bad to get tattooed at all. The arm is usually the easiest part of the body to get tattooed. You've got to figure, like, your arms get so much more exposure to the elements, to the sun, the wind. You bump into things, it bangs your arm, it hurts a little bit. They're just, like, a little bit tougher than everything else. Hello, very close up of your nipple.
Get out of here. I could cut glass with that. Love you, baby.
Hi, Nina Copsey. What's up, sweetheart?
Shout me out. Hey, Stephen Hayfield.
It illuminates her figure even
Yeah,
more.
she's got a
Thank
great
you.
figure.
Yeah, she does.
Most 18-year-old girls have a 15-year-old boy body.
Hi, guys. That's us. I'm like trying to hold on to the charger and my
What
other
does Joseph
phone.
recommend as far as aftercare products? I do what's called a dry wrap. I wrap it with saran wrap, and it keeps it from scabbing and protects it from bacteria. But also it can be a also, if you're not careful and have common sense with touching things, because bacteria could travel underneath the saran wrap and then incubate it, so it's a double-edged sword. It's a really good aftercare. Otherwise, you just use Aquaphor, but nobody wants to rub it in until it's fully gone. So it's clogging the pores and can't breathe in it. So Aquaphor is great, but you have to rub it in until it's gone. Less is better, and just keep it clean, you know. Thanks, Senor. Where are you guys?
Tyree Tuggle, that's a good question. Some of the deciding factors that play into tattoo price for tattooers, for our other tattooers here in the shop, most of them tattoo by the piece, and so it is based on price. Like the one that you guys saw that Sasha did earlier, that's something that we would price based on the piece. So things that go into that are factors like the size of the tattoo, how much detail is in the tattoo. Black and gray takes less time than color does. Packing all that color takes a long time, especially to make it solid. Sasha, of course, is an exception to the rule because he's a very fast tattooer. But those are all things that factor into it. The area of the body that you're getting tattooed, if it's a difficult area, if it's something that they're gonna like the ribs, you have to stretch the skin so much because the abdomen is meant to expand and contract. So the skin is just so stretchy. So it's really labor intensive for the tattoo artist because they literally have to kind of like lean on you and push with their forearm to stretch so that they can tattoo with their other hand. That way when you grow, like I said, expand and contract, the tattoo will grow with you without getting distorted. Joseph, on the other hand, he prices his by the session. So there isn't really a variance in price as to what you're getting. It's just one session or 2 sessions or 3 sessions. Rosemary, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Granville Tipton. It's like we say, cheap tattoos aren't good and good tattoos aren't cheap. So you definitely, you get what you pay for. Do your research, find somebody that you like their work, and get a quality tattoo for yourself.
Like we were just saying, you know, some people that say, wow, you're wasting your money are the same people that gamble every day. The same people that say you're wasting your money, they're at the bar 5 days a week. Same people that say you're wasting your money at the strip club all the time. It's just a matter of perspective, you know. Just matters what's important to you.
Jeff Ham, yes, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, Caitlin in Omaha, what's up? Ashley Aiello, what's up, sweetheart? Erica Cohen. You know what, Rich Gaines, I think that tattoos on the ankle hurt worse than the shoulder blade for sure. The ankle is just like brutal.
Is it really?
They say that you have a nerve bundle, if you will, if that's the right term for it. But you have all your nerve endings kind of come down there. It's like a tree trunk. It's like all the roots come down. So you have this like bundle of nerves down here. Same thing on the wrist, and it just it hurts.
Your arms are
it
like
definitely hurts.
protecting it. You know what I mean? Like out here, like you're bumping into stuff as you get up. You know, but this is sensitive there. It's every torso.
William Caldwell says the eyes on the tattoo are dope.
Oh, thank you. Somebody had said, like, the tattoo I did, they're like, what's up with all the Illuminati tattoos? I don't know. I don't do any Illuminati tattoos. I do eyes on the tattoos. It's a spiritual thing. It's for protection. That's my intention. It's all a matter of what your intention is. You could take a symbol that's been years, you know, like the symbol could have been years of negativity, but if your intention is for something that's for you, it doesn't matter, you know? Just like the swastika was actually the Asian peace sign. Hitler just took it and flipped it the other way, you know?
Chelsea Green, Happy New Year,
Aren't
sweetheart.
I right on that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
H Star,
I was
Happy
like,
New
oh, I shouldn't
Year.
say. So, that bastard was on original.
Brian AB, you actually cannot donate blood after you get tattooed, not for 1 year. Brandon Waller, she's 18, going on 19.
2 jobs, 2 yubs. I know grown men out here. I can't find a job. I'm like, she's got 2 jobs.
Katie Mae Johnston.
Tells me, I can't get a job, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, am I lying?
No, you just don't want. They're just picky.
Katie Mae Johnston said her boyfriend complains about her getting tattooed, and then he spends thousands of pounds gambling every day.
Yeah, you know, it's the thing. People are so ridiculous.
You know what?
You're doing what she does when I'm going to town.
Jimmy Big Man Hughes, we're gonna agree to disagree on that one, because what your opinion of a quality tattoo is probably different from my opinion of a quality tattoo. But if you have great tattoos and you only spent $200 for a whole back piece, then more power to you. That's
For a whole back
awesome.
piece?
Yeah, he says that you can't say good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos aren't good. He said some of the best tattoo artists are in prison and they are cheap.
Right.
In prison, yeah. Stop. You're really good at that. And start making that noise.
Sure, it was only $200.
Audrey Harness. I'm very surprised that they let you donate blood, but that's awesome that they did.
Because she didn't tell them.
She said the Red Cross told her it was fine. Maybe
Sometimes
when
they'll
they're-
just take blood and they'll test it, you know.
And maybe when they're in extreme need as well.
And if you're like a certain blood type, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have been an exception to the rule.
Happy New Year, Lacey Sunshine. Have a great day, sweetheart.
Happy New Year, Lazy Sunshine. Lazy Sunshine. How many people got impregnated last night and don't know it yet?
Good night, Katie Mae Johnson. Get some rest, sweetheart.
Good night, Katie Kate.
Ronnie Markham Jr. says, shout me out, Joe. I'd love for you to finish my head tattoos.
Ronnie Martin Jr.
Markham.
I would finish him. I would finish your head, do new ones, but I won't work on other people's stuff. I'm covering up a guy, someone's tattoo work out here. He's not a friend. I don't respect him. So that's, you know what I mean? But,
and it's so light,
yeah.
it's practically
You can
non-existent.
barely,
That's a little piece of, and then really you can almost not see it.
that's the only exception to the rule. Like, but I'll do something new in your head, my man. You know, you can come to the Empire State Convention and all. I may be fully booked, but I don't have anything booked for New York in July, do I? I'm taking pieces like this, under boob, or head tattoos, or hands.
Paul Lucurcio, no. The gentleman was saying that his whole back piece cost $200, and we had just finished saying that good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos aren't good, and he was begging to differ with me. This tattoo is not costing her $200, but we will not be discussing how much it is costing. I just think it's distasteful.
Yeah, like when chicks come in, like, how much? I only paid $300 for this, you know, whole sleeve, and I'm like, yeah.
I have a sign up in the front that says, I'm going to show you guys my sign, because it's like one of my favorite signs in the shop. You guys can read it for yourselves. No children, no drunks, no junkies, no negotiations, no solicitations, and no bullshit. And nobody cares how cheap your last tattoo was. Because honestly, I really don't give a shit how cheap your last tattoo was. You didn't get it here. Happy New Year, guys. How's it going? Did you just call about getting tattooed?
I did.
Okay. Sasha went to get some food, but he'll be back in just a few minutes.
No, that
Did
was,
he just...
that was the pizza guy.
I was a pizza guy. Same thing, but different.
Can we leave this here and go get a beer?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can set it here on my desk if you want to, so it won't get messed up. You don't want to take it next door in case the counter's wet. Go have a beer, and I'll have Sasha come in and grab you. Okay. Okay. You can't miss him. He's got tattoos on his face, about this tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
She read you not measure 18, nothing hanging up. Yeah. I was like, is anything hanging out? I'm like, no, she's 18, nothing hanging out. You're an innie right now. Oh, I dated this girl. Her labia was so long and it pierced it. And like, why would you put more? Why would you want to stretch it out? It's like she put weights on it.
Oh my god.
I want beef curtains. I want the roast beef curtains. So, when I'm nude and I stand with my legs spread, it's like American flag waving.
Okay, actually, so Stefan Renee, that's a perfect question. Two-part answer. What colors appear on black people? Well, honestly,
Only black.
black ink is always the best. It looks the
Because
best
no
on...
one's pure black, so...
Well, and also, black ink looks best on any skin tone. No matter what, it always holds up best. And I don't care if you are high yellow, but your heritage is African American. It doesn't matter. If you're a white girl who tans too much, black ink will always show the best on any skin tone. Pale white,
No, babe.
brown, black, it doesn't matter.
The white girls who tan too much, it's not that they're brown, it's that their skin.
That's what I'm saying, but
is
black ink
compromised.
will show the best,
Yeah.
no matter what your skin tone is. And now here's the second part. You said, is it true that white tattoos don't show up on black people? They don't show up on white people. It only when they first do it. As soon as 2 layers of skin heal over the top, that tattoo is damn near gone. And within a couple of months, it will be.
All those white tattoos you guys see online, they're fresh.
It's trendy
They're
and
fresh,
fresh.
so it's raised.
And that's for people who can't commit to a tattoo because they don't want everyone to see it.
You're being a half-stepper.
Yeah. So that's a great question, though. I mean, there are, if depending on your skin tone, if you are light or medium tone, you can get, you saw the gentleman that was in here earlier, he's not black, but he is very brown, and he had green and red, and it shows up very well. He also has other colors tattooed on different parts of his body, and once his skin heals, they just don't look as bright as they did when they were first done. So just keep in mind that you get tattooed to the third layer of skin unless your tattooer is extremely heavy-handed and scars you and goes too deep. But it's typical to tattoo to the third layer of skin. 2 layers of skin grow over the top. Whatever your color of skin is, that's what's going to grow over the top. It's like a filter. If you have pale, pasty white skin, it's 2 very light, pale pieces of skin that grow over the top. All it does is kind of diffuse it a little bit. If you're brown, it's brown skin. If you're black, it's black skin. The darker your skin, that's what grows over the top. We are all scientifically the exact same color after a couple of layers of skin. Everybody's pink.
We're all pink.
Everybody is
race.
pink. Everybody's meat is the same color underneath.
That's why I think racism and different religions are ridiculous. We're all the same. We're all the fucking same. And we all want the same thing at the end of the day. Is to be loved. You know, we want to, that's it. Everything else is ridiculous. We're all pink. Fuck racism and bigotry.
William Lohr, we think UV tattoos are really stupid because that's some kind of foreign chemical. It's most inks today most inks nowadays are vegan and organic. So they're all made from natural plant-based materials. Old inks, I have some tattoos I'm getting removed, and every time they laser me, I can taste metal. Like, it immediately goes to my mouth. It's because it's in your bloodstream. I can taste like iron. It's like putting a dirty penny in your mouth, if you will, or like a battery. You can taste. It's just disgusting. There's old inks that were made with vodka.
It's distilled. They use
old red from old ink. A lot of people think that they were allergic to red ink. No, you were essentially giving yourself tetanus. Old reds were made out of cadmium, which is rust. It's a derivative of rust. So cadmium is what colored it red.
This is why my wife gets to run the tattoo shop. She knows more than 50% of tattooers. She's an educated woman.
So old inks were made out of all kinds of craziness, but they still were.
Fucking car paint, auto paint.
Yeah, but they were still. I don't know, the UV thing. Like, nothing under your skin is supposed to glow in the dark. That can't be healthy. They put dye and shit like that in your system when you have tumors and they're trying to find them, or blood clots. That's not supposed to stay in your system. So putting something like that has just got to be toxic. I just can't agree with it no matter what. Ashley Jane Phillips, we talked about this earlier. We totally agree with. You can put it's a pinch of ashes from your loved one that you can put in the
little
ink.
sprinkle. I tap it in there, and then I mix it up.
You got to imagine that
Get a little
if
dime
you put
bag.
too much, one, it could be lumpy because they don't necessarily always the ashes, the bone doesn't always turn completely to ash, depending on how long they're in there or what chemical they put in them to purify them, if you will, before they put them in the oven. Sorry to be so graphic about it. So it's just a pinch. You also don't want to thicken the ink too much. So it's just a little tiny, like literally like a pinch of salt. Like, that's all you put in there. Kingston Reese, shout out.
What's up? Back all the way in your hips so more.
Alice Waldron, I will help you. If you don't like the sound of my voice, you don't have to watch. There's something called the mute button. You just hit that little thing and you don't have to listen, and you can watch in silence or turn on your own music. But people ask questions and I answer them as a courtesy. They appreciate it even if you don't. Happy New Year, Zach Sears.
Happy New Year, Zach.
Sandy Melendres, we are Reverent Tattoo.
REVERENT.
Misty Bradford, I love you, girl. You're so funny. Granville Tipton says, okay, I've been on here for 2 hours. I better go before I get charged a sitting fee. Let me know when I win the shirt. or when Joseph needs to borrow one. Peace out. Love the work.
That's a good one. Damn, homie.
He said, love the work. Peace out.
Is that the dude who...
He said, hang tough, J-Lo. You got this.
J-Lo. That's awesome. And hers is homegrown, not bought. Was that the dude with the Trump joke?
I don't remember. BJ, we'll check it out later on, sweetheart. Ashley, I'm sorry for the loss of your father. I thank you for lending him to our country, and thank you for his service.
Oh, man.
Eddie Nievolo, thank you so much. Happy New Year's, Drew Fanati from New Zealand. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Gemma Butler, shout out, sweetheart. Thanks for watching. Crystal Reynolds, we will. When he's finished for today, they're just doing the outline today. But you can go on his Instagram or even on his Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's Joseph Haefs Tattooer.
And I'm like, no.
Take a screenshot of it so you guys get the spelling right for later, but it's Joseph Haefs Tattooer. It looks like Haefs, but it's Haefs.
Haefs.
Devin Diaz, he says, how do you keep older tattoos looking fresh? Honestly,
No
moisturize
sun.
and take care of your
Sunblock.
skin. Yeah, and stay out of the sun
Now
as
take
much
care of your
as
canvas,
possible.
you know?
Even if you want to tan the rest of your body, to each his own, but sunblock your tattoos. Like if you've got a whole sleeve, sunblock that arm. You went through too much pain and put in too much money to let them get ruined.
Protect your investment.
Like waxing a car.
I was just funny. I was just thinking I need to get my car waxed.
I just need to get mine washed. Terrence Jurnett said that thing's homegrown, not bought. Bean and cornbread fed.
More like bread and pasta.
Yeah. More like bread and pasta.
Right.
Italians unite. Deshaun Sturkey said, shout out to you for doing that super tattoo. I could never get a tattoo big like that. Yep, she's a trooper, Stephanie, for sure. Dakota French.
See the phone? Can you see the screen? Oh, cool.
Dakota French, yes, there is better ink you can use. It is not all the same. Joseph, we were talking about that earlier. He only uses BJ Betts, and he also uses Dynamic Black.
I've always loved Talon's ink too.
Talon's ink, and then when he did color, he used to use Eternal inks. And he likes
Eternal
old
E.
gold. But there's a lot of them that just like anything. It's like saying shampoo is all the same, or
But it's what works for the artist,
or
because
canned spaghetti sauce.
some of
is
us
all the
like
same.
thinner ink, and some of them like it thick. You know, it's all just.
Michelle Martinez, you are not too old to get a tattoo. She said she's 44. Is that too old? One of my best friends is getting one, and she's in her early 50s, and she's working
Starting
on
a sleeve with me. Tell her about the cute old lady when we first opened.
When we first opened.
4 years ago.
Yes,
this
4
month.
years ago. Actually, I'm going to get my
4
phone.
years ago in 2 days.
I'm going to get my phone because I have made her picture one of my favorites in my album because I just love this little old lady. So these two young girls come in. They're 18 years old. They're twin sisters from Utah. And they come
Grandma's
in.
still here from the holidays.
Grandma's here from the holidays. Dad and Grandma drove them down from Utah to get tattooed in our shop. And Dad and Grandma went next door to have a couple of margaritas at the bar while the girls were getting tattooed.
Now
And,
keep in mind, before they went to the bar, Grandma says, you know, when I was young, tattoos were for sluts. Then she went to the bar.
They had a couple of Cadillac margaritas. They come back, and Grandma's in here two-stepping, and her granddaughter said, Grandma, sit down. You just had a hip replacement 2 weeks ago. And she's so cute. She's just loving the music. She's a little loose from her margaritas. She's dancing around in here. And then she goes back, has one more, and comes back, and she says, I think I want a tattoo. And they were all shocked because she's this little
Grandma,
old 83-year-old Mormon grandma from Utah. And she says she wants a tattoo. And so Dad shook his head and said, I can't believe this is my mother. I'm not sitting here for this. He leaves and goes back to the bar. Grandma sits down and they said, well, what are you going to get tattooed? And they're thinking she's going to get a pretty little flower or something like that. No, she got the Oregon Ducks symbol tattooed on her shoulder. About 5 inches. And then she went back afterward while the second granddaughter was getting her tattoo, and she went back to the bar and had a couple more drinks, and she came back in and she says, because we had wrapped it in plastic, and she says, next time I'm in town and I'm sitting at the bar, I'm going to pull my shirt off and say, I got a tattoo, and I'm going to show everyone.
And then she'd come back and she's like,
yeah, she was
down.
She was the cutest thing I've ever seen, probably.
So when she first walked in here, she was your typical conservative, judgy, like.
She was unsure of it because she's never been in a tattoo shop.
And then she felt her vibe and comfortable, you know, like that's when people come in. Always, it never fails. It's always, oh God, we love your guys' vibe, you know. It's make people feel comfortable.
Yep. I lost the picture now. I thought it was in my favorites. I must have unfavorited it.
Comfort zone.
It's just cold.
Oh.
But yeah, so 44, definitely not too old. That was an 83-year-old grandmother. It really just depends on how well you take care of your skin.
And now when I
also.
say, no, you're not even old. You're just 44 is not old at all.
No.
But I would say at least you don't have shitty tattoos from the 90s. So now you know like what to look, you know, and there's, you know, and you see what quality. And then there's people that are even way better than me that you can go to that. Just go get a good tattoo. If you waited this long, don't be cheap. Do it right. You haven't waited this long to get shit. 44 is not old.
Matt Rodriguez, good eye on that one, brother. He said, is that an FK iron? Is that an FK iron you're using? Or are you using Doc Wells?
Oh, I don't use FK irons. I don't have any FK irons.
You don't? No,
Doc Wells.
He's thinking he sees a certain machine.
No. I only have... No FKs anywhere. Doc Wells, Dan Dringenberg, Damon Barnes, Bulldog, Paul Rogers, Jacob Redman, and Hatchback. And then an OG Creeper for anybody from Vegas or California that knows who he is. OG Creep Dog. No FK.
I'm going to change my name to OG Creep Dog.
OG Creep Dog.
Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
they
They
just
went
to the
next
bar
door to
next
have a
door.
bar,
They're like
have a beer.
almost 10 minutes ago.
Okay, cool.
So I told them, I said, you can't miss him. He's
Oh,
got
they didn't even
tattoos on
say
his
what
face.
they wanted yet.
No, they
Okay.
didn't say what they wanted. So
You can go grab them in
they
the
did bring in
bar.
a little watercolor thing there on the table. I don't know what, I think what they're wanting is that little...
Okay. Yeah, what do you think? Oh, do you want two?
I think they do.
Okay, I'll go get them.
I'm not positive, but...
Okay.
Let's see here.
There's some gnarly blisters on your You're wearing the wrong shoes at work, huh?
Yeah. It was because I was covering my shoes.
Yeah, Terry Crum, you're right. He says a lot of shops will try to make you buy their ointment. He goes, I repeat.
No gimmicks, man.
He says, I
no
repeat.
piercings, no fucking. No.
He says, I repeat, A&D is $2.50 at Walmart. Yeah, you don't have to buy their ointment. It's all the same for the most part. Aquaphor, you can get it for $3 at Walgreens. So here's the thing. You just said, what does Joseph recommend for aftercare? And Brandy Nicole says, Joseph recommends Aquaphor. Yes and no. Joseph only recommends Aquaphor on tattoos that you cannot keep wrapped. Like if you've got your entire back going on or like behind your ear, you can't keep it wrapped in plastic. Here's the catch with Aquaphor. You have to rub it in all the way. Like rub it in and it's gonna hurt. You've got to rub it in. The idea of it is to saturate the pores with it and then wipe off the excess. Wait 5 minutes and wipe off the excess again. Always make sure your hands are clean before you apply it. Otherwise, you're rubbing bacteria from your hands into the ointment and trapping it on your skin. And then if you don't wipe off the excess to where it's as smooth as the rest of your skin, then you're just clogging the pores. It can't breathe. You're gonna scab, you're gonna scar, and you're going to get an infection. It needs to breathe.
Yeah, you just wear leggings. You know?
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Wear leggings when you go to sleep to keep them on.
Freddie Lopez, yes, that is one reason.
What are you doing? That's not what my
Your
guy is.
skin can, you can bleed more because your blood is thinner.
Everybody wants to fucking tell
You
me.
honestly can drink beer and get tattooed because it's less alcohol content, so it's kind of a slower process.
And they all were like,
But it can make you bleed more. Also, one of the main reasons one of the main reasons your tattoo artist is not going to want you to drink while you're getting tattooed or be drunk when you come in to get tattooed is because you're not going to sit still. You're going to wiggle all over the place. You're going to want to go back to the bar, have another shot. You're going to have to go to the bathroom to pee. Your body will...
Yeah, like my friend, like our friend Haley. We adore her, but she doesn't know I'm not tattooing her anymore. I'm sorry, sweetie. I don't know how to tell you, but she gets too fucking drunk every time and gets weird and gets up and moves, and it's just fucking drives me nuts.
Yeah.
She's nice to look at, and she's got a good heart,
Yeah.
but she's too much when she gets drunk. She already comes in drunk. Now, you can, on your last hour and you're dying, then you can start, because by the time you get annoying, I'm going to be done.
Well, he was saying that I just said that the clients were next door having a beer. They're also in their mid to late 40s, probably.
They're
They can have
professional
a beer.
alcoholics.
Well, they can have a beer and maintain. It's when young kids want to go drink beers and their alcohol tolerance is not as well. Like I said, your body posture is so much worse when you start to get a little bit tipsy. And then your tattooer is trying to hold you down, make you sit still.
People
It's
just
just
get
not
annoying
good.
when they get drunk.
Yeah.
Start talking with their hands all violently. Dude, I'm like, dude, everything's attached to your core and moves.
Good night, Nina Copsey. Have a great night, sweetheart.
Good night, Nina. Happy New Year.
Josh Kotler, you can smoke a joint and then get
Oh, yeah,
tattooed.
yeah.
A lot of people
You
don't
can
like
smoke weed
to.
in here. It's legal now.
A lot
I
of
know.
people don't like to,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
A lot of people.
No, some people do, and the other ones, you know, it's 50-50, but
Yeah.
go for it. Whatever helps you chill out and zone out, you know? It's weed, it's not crack.
Polo Sellers, honestly, if you're afraid of needles, tattoo needles
They're
are
not
completely
needles, they're
different.
pins.
Yeah, it's a skin abrasion. It's just scraping across the top 2 layers of your skin. It's not penetrating the skin. It's not like going into the muscle. Very different than getting a shot or something like that. It's much more bearable.
I got one more silver dollar. Midnight train.
Advent Apparel, no, you can get a sleeve if your arm is bigger. It doesn't make any difference. As a matter of fact, you just have more canvas to tattoo.
That's why I prefer art. I can showcase. It looks better. Arms is, you know, where girls do. people want my females, you know, like chick heads that I do from like the tits up, and it's like their face is gonna be small, you know. So here I can do their face big and beautiful.
Or even this tiger. If she got that
why I don't
tiger
wanna-
on her shoulder, it would have been the size of my palm. It would have been like 3 inches.
Yeah.
Now look at the detail he can put so much larger. So if you have a larger canvas, sweetheart, lucky you. It might take a little bit longer to fill up your sleeve, but you have...
And I love my big women.
Yeah.
I like them.
He
I like
does.
them big and thick.
He gets upset if I lose a couple pounds. And the only way it'll blow out, babe, is if your tattooer is too heavy-handed. Find yourself a quality tattoo artist, and you should have no problem. He'll be more than happy that you have a large canvas to work on. Joy Hutchinson, if you have a tattoo in one of the letters in the word fades, don't just touch up the one letter, because then that one will be brighter and everything else will look faded. Go over the entire
People will
thing.
disappear for a couple of years and go, I need a touch-up. I'm like, no, touch-up is if a couple things fall out, you come back next month. You don't come back in a couple of years. It don't work that way. Because it's like having a car door for having a new car for a couple of years. Like, can you like paint the car door? It's gonna be brighter than the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Cecilia Harris, I hope I didn't butcher your name. It looks very pretty, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct. You don't have to have a driver's license to get a tattoo. You have to have picture ID proving you're over the age of 18. So passport works, state ID works.
Birth certificate with a school ID, something.
Birth certificate and then a school ID. So as long as the school ID has your picture on it, and it matches the name on the birth certificate, so you can check the age. There's many ways of going about it. You don't have to have a driver's license.
Someone got a DUI?
No. She was just saying she doesn't drive.
Oh. She didn't say why she didn't drive.
She looks young.
Oh.
You know what, Rosalia Diaz? Sometimes we'll stay on this long. Sometimes we don't. We've still got a lot of viewers. It's New Year's Day. A lot of you guys stayed home today because you went out last night, or you just got the day off and you're relaxing. So we might as well stay on a little bit longer. We're enjoying you guys' company. It seems like you guys are enjoying ours. Jake Trump. First off, fuck your last name, and you shut the fuck up. How about that? Happy New Year.
God,
He said, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
I would kill myself if my last name was Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I would kill myself because he's jerking off to your ass.
Well, the thing is that people are asking questions. If I don't talk and answer them, then I don't get...
Hey, go suck a dick. Did I just tell him to go do something he enjoys? That was like a backfired insult.
You know what, Sammy Sokolik, don't feel bad, sweetheart, if you're super thin. There's, you know what, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is those sayings, real women have curves, real women squat.
Yeah, it's just a preference. I love all women, but I like
We're all
them thick.
real women. No, we're all real women. She's saying she feels bad because she's super thin. She tries to gain weight, but it doesn't happen. She wished she could so she could get a large tattoo.
You can still get large
tattoos. We have a
You've got your back, you've got your stomach.
We have a new friend, we have a new friend, Beretta, who's, I'll be doing a back piece. And
she's tiny.
She used to be very tiny. Now she's got round, like she, you can ask her, she does coaching.
You can build a
She even
booty.
shows her pictures where she was like anorexic thin, and now she's got curves for being a tiny. She looks great.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it without...
But don't ever feel bad for your size. Everybody's
You're
beautiful in their own way.
Yeah, you know?
But that's one of my biggest pet peeves is people saying real women are ...
But it's also like, you can still get a big tattoo if you're little. It's just
I
really
just,
big
you know,
on
I'm saying some big girls get embarrassed. I'm like, no, I like them thick, you know?
Yeah.
That's just my
To
preference.
each his own.
They're like, sit down, have a vodka soda. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And they bought me cigarettes and
a Red Bull?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What they want?
The California, and then they wanted a little hard. They had an open heart surgery, I guess, and they want like little hearts with the dates. So I quoted them 120 a piece and 200 for that.
Okay.
Cool?
Perfect. Sadie Brown, yes, in Las Vegas, Nevada, you can actually, per the health department, the legal age to get tattooed with parental consent is 14 years old. It's 14
Yeah, I would
with the
never
health
do that.
department.
I would
However,
never tattoo a 14-year-old.
ethically, we would never tattoo someone that young. We have tattooed a 16-year-old girl, and the reason why we tattooed her is she had palsy, and her mom said that she wanted to get this tattoo
Yeah, if it's like a
about
deep
the.
meaning
It had
and
deep meaning for her. It was something she was never going
I
to
wouldn't
regret.
do this on a fucking 16-year-old. I wouldn't do it on a 16-year-old.
He wouldn't do anything sexy like this unless you're over the age of 18, and you. Because, I mean, really, if your parents are going to come in and consent for him to have his hands all over your ass at 16, there's bigger issues.
Yeah.
But no, you can definitely get tattooed at that age. But ethically, a lot of tattoo artists will not do it. Most shops here in Las Vegas will not tattoo under the age of 18. The main
We
reason...
will with an exception. It's gotta...
The main reason why we do it here at Reverent Tattoo is, one, if we don't do it and give you a
my
quality
own
tattoo,
personal experience, my parents didn't want to take me, so I had homies do it out of the house. Or you'll go, if you have a pretty daughter who's 16, she's gonna know some sketchy. Everybody knows some sketchy dudes that you can get equipment anywhere now. So, you know.
So if we don't tattoo them, they're going to get it done at somebody's house anyways. So one, they're going to get a shit tattoo. Two, they're possibly going to risk getting infection. Or three, possibly getting
now
physically harmed other ways.
Yeah. There's a girl who came in. She wanted one of my underboobs, but she heard I was a little pricey, and so she went. Her parents don't want to support her, so she went to some dude who did it anyway and fucked it up. And I was like, then finally she came back. Now she's got to pay twice as much to get it done, but I wouldn't touch it because I'd just be polishing a turd. It was so bad. So that's why I was like, if I did it from the get-go, at least she would get it, done well, and the composition would be right. And my tattoos aren't perfect. I have flaws, but at least I got my composition right and the placement right. I have my strengths and my weaknesses. But that's what I say, they're gonna go next door and get it shitty. Like, at least give them a good job, And people do what they want to do, and the more you tell them no, the more they're gonna fucking do it. Does the booty hurt worse?
I don't know.
Oh,
Some spots do.
but not nearly as bad as right here.
Oh my God,
Okay,
no.
cool. Way over town, she's good to
Mark
me.
Ellis, that's great advice. He says, guys like them a lot. He goes, just work out and eat right.
Yeah.
That part hurts.
It's like, it doesn't matter what your size is, just healthy life choices. It's about feeling good, like one of my big runs of sobriety, I switched addictions and got, I wasn't drinking alcohol and doing drugs, but I got steroids, and I was focusing on the outside and not the inside, and and I learned it's an inside job, and
Mark Dalbo, you're on he says, I'm on dialysis. My doctor said I can get a tattoo as long as it's away from my left arm. That's where my access is. I want a calf tattoo. What's your feeling about me getting one? My doctor is willing to provide permission.
Cool.
As long as your doctor will give you permission, then you're totally allowed to.
Exactly.
And
That's what we say.
always
We say,
tell
ask your
people.
doctor.
Yeah,
I'm not a doctor, damn it.
We've had cancer patients, people who are getting chemo or whatever. My main concern with something like that is that your immune system could be compromised, so you're risking infection. As long as your aftercare is good, then you'll be fine. And if your doctor provides permission, then I don't see why you should have any problem with it. Cecilia Rivera, yes, Joseph has given a drunk a tattoo on more than one occasion.
Now, like, before...
He used to tattoo on Las Vegas Boulevard. Lots of drunks.
Funny story, too, like, this is just... People would always come in and be like, hey, just like Sasha got offered, hey, you want a drink? They were going to buy him a drink. So... I worked in this casino in the Riviera. I was running the Riviera and the Riviera tattoo shop, and so I always worked at night and closed. And I was single. It was before I met Michelle. A year before I met Michelle. They also owned a British pub, and two of the bartenders were sweet on me, and one of them, like, she would get me fucking trash, and I would just tip her $20. So I go to work. I go to the pub, and and these British guys, these couple of British dudes and Irish dudes come up, and they were fucking hammered, and now we're drinking. It's fucking 4 in the morning, and they're like, we want to get tattooed. I'm like, first of all, I'm fucking drunk, and the shop's closed. They're like, we don't care. So I did they finally talked me into it. I'm like, bro, it's literally, it's on you. I'm not, fuck it, all right. And I did like a Mickey Mouse, some stupid cartoon. I still remember, like, I couldn't even see straight, and I was like thinking, the next day I came in hungover, I was like, man, I did this tattoo last night, I was fucking hammered, they begged me to do it, even though, you know, I made them sign a waiver, you know, like, it's on them, bro, like, and they came in the next day to show me, oh, it was so bad, and we were laughing, his friends were laughing, but he was so pissed, and I'm like, what are you pissed, bro, you begged me to do it, shit like that, you know, most of my career, that's why I struggled to get better, like, a lot of years I was just tattooing drunk tourists. It wasn't quality, it was the experience.
Juan Jose Barrera, yes, there is numbing cream out there. Joseph doesn't prefer to tattoo with it, but if you have an issue where he says, I have a question, is there anything you can put so it won't hurt? I'm asking because I have muscular dystrophy and I'm skinny. My skin is not thick like normal people.
Yeah, no, that's like an exception.
That's the exception that you
know,
wear.
if you can prove it to me, and you're not just saying it, bring me a letter from your doctor.
Here's the thing is that it may help you because it actually pulls the blood away from the surface of the skin, and that's why it makes it so it's less painful, because it deadens the skin. It actually makes the skin rubbery because it's deadened it. So it may help make your skin a little bit thicker and tolerable to the tattoo. But definitely check with your doctor first if that's something that they even advise for you to do, just because you may not heal as well either. Jason Bailey, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro.
Jonathan Reyes, Happy New Year, sweetheart. Thanks for watching.
You're doing really good.
The bottom of the booty hurts.
Oh,
yeah, underneath the butt cheek.
Yeah.
Most girls say underneath the butt cheek hurts.
Fuck, that hurts. But it's okay, like, up here. But, like, once you get down there, I'm like...
Sting out, yeah. You wanna give me an elbow to the head?
Yeah.
Whoa, child. All I tattoo is booties.
Tim
I'm a
Myers,
booty
she's
man.
not single. She has a boyfriend.
Yeah. She said he has a big dick too, so I think she's pretty happy. Well, she was saying her boyfriend was Mexican, and she's a good-sized girl, you know. I was like, is he a skinny Mexican? I was like, we got a big dick. She's like, oh yeah, it's huge. I got this Mexican friend, and we used to go play drunken kickball after work, and he's out, he's fucking playing shortstop, and all of a sudden he just whips it out, and he's like shaking it, mostly in a flop. No, his was like wiggling. That's how long it was. It was ridiculous. I was impressed. Now, the owner of the shop was in the closet gay, always talked about it, like, not like me where I was like, hey bro, that was impressive, you big dick bastard. He like obsessively talked about it. But yeah, anyway, point being, she's very, very happy.
Yeah. Let's see here. Shout out to Bryan, Ohio. Thanks for watching.
That's what I would say, when dudes are hating, they see a hot chick with a dude who's not the most attractive. What is she doing with him? I'm like, you don't know him. He's either packing or he's really, really fucking funny.
Is he swank? Yes, we do scalp tattoos, absolutely. She says she has alopecia and she'd love to do something that resembles a henna crown.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
And it would be really beautiful to complement your scalp for when your hair is
even though my books are
growing in.
closed, that's something I'll find room for that. It won't take all day.
I'm looking at the wall right now because you can message me.
That would be awesome. I would love to help
Well, and
you.
also that's something you could come to convention for if you're confident enough to get tattooed at convention. There's my phone number, or reverenttattoo@yahoo.com. You can message me and we'll figure something out for you if you seriously want to travel here. If not, if you're looking for someone else that does it, to answer your question, yes, of course, looking at Joseph's scalp, you can tell that you can absolutely get your scalp tattooed.
Alopecia? What is that, babe?
It's when your hair doesn't grow in.
Oh.
So,
Okay, so it would be good, you know. I'm always shaving, so it's always fading.
they just don't have, they just don't have, the hair follicles just don't produce hair. Sometimes it'll grow in and then it'll just all fall out. And that's all body
love
hair.
to do that. Yeah.
Eyelashes, eyebrows. I had a friend who had eyelashes on one eye and not on the other because it can be selective alopecia and just come in spotty. And it's just completely smooth though. It's not like stubbly or anything. Yeah, no, it's just completely
Doesn't
smooth.
grow, it just doesn't grow. It's just
And sometimes it'll grow in and then they can be in remission, I believe, if that's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong from that, but I believe that he would say that he could be in remission and his hair would grow in and we'd be like, whoa, oh my god, you have hair. And he's like, yeah, I know. And it lasted for like 2 years and then it all fell out again and I've never seen him with hair again. He was a friend of our family from back in the day.
Back in the day. That was a Wednesday, by the way, back in the day.
No, he was friends with my sister Robin, who passed away, so it's been 20 years. But he stayed friends with our family, and I had never seen him with hair again after that, again with Jeff. Nicole Ortiz, we live in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Reverence Tattoo. Hello, Charlene in Glasgow. Ashton Hartman, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, sweetheart. Happy New Year, Celius in Indiana.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for watching. Nicolette Marie, he's tattooed over skin grafts before, and it just, the skin can be very tough to tattoo over.
Yeah, I'll do the best I can, but yeah, I've done it several times.
Now I know what you mean by, are you in my butthole?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Now I know what you mean by when they ask if you're in my butthole.
Yeah, I've had girls go, are you in my butthole? I'm like, no, I'm like right here. And on the other side, she's like, feels like you're in my vagina.
Yeah. The nerves are a funny thing.
Not yet.
This is his name, guys. Joseph Haefs, tattooer.
It's funny, like, before, we'll have shop will be, Saturdays are crazy busy with people checking the shop out, consultations, we're all tattooing, and it'll be all out and it'll get quiet, and I tell my client, next time it gets quiet, I want you to yell, oh my god, what the fuck are you doing in my asshole, you fucking weirdo, my tattoo's on my ankle! And they're like, no, don't, I don't want to do that. Oh, come on, it'll be so funny.
Yeah, guys, she did have a really, really light dream catcher, and that's one of the feathers that's coming out of the bottom of it. But it's extremely, like, she didn't have it lasered or anything. That's just how light
some
it is.
portrait guys, they go too light, you know. That's why I say bold will hold. This will be longevity. She's 18. It'll look like this when she's 58.
Lael Ford, I could get you in with one of our other tattoo artists, but unfortunately Joseph is actually, I can't say unfortunately, Joseph is booked until January of next year.
Yeah, you know, like, the exception is girls or people that like the alopecia, and it wouldn't take forever. It wouldn't take me forever to draw.
Right.
How you doing? Happy New Year.
Oh, Buddy Gates, I'm sorry, sweetheart, he doesn't do portraits, but the guy that works for us, Paylone915.
You can find him on the Reverent Tattoo page. Show them
go to Reverent Tattoo on Instagram.
You can find
That's how you spell it. And you can see his portraits. He does beautiful portraits, and he's very, very affordable. So if you want a portrait of your daughter, he was the guy to go to for sure.
You just smush that one up to push that. That's how you know you got booty for days. When you could take one cheek, just smush up the other one. Big booty. That's the best thing I've seen all of 2017.
Shina Phillips, yes. Shave before you go in to see your tattoo artist, but shave right before you go in. You don't want it to have any kind of stubble or anything like that. Or you can wait and your tattoo artist will shave you when you get there.
Hey girl, I'll gladly shave you.
Flacco, no, we will not tattoo 15 years old. That's what we were just talking about. 17 and older.
That's gangster as fuck.
17 and older, but still with parents' permission. And you have to show proof that they are your parents, meaning we need to see your picture ID, their picture ID, and your birth certificate.
How old is he? What did you say?
15. Roro Parkinson, no, you do not tattoo a woman who is pregnant. That is a big no-no. It's too stressful for the pregnancy. They can miscarry. You can risk infection.
Don't get me wrong, I've tattooed plenty of women and they didn't know they were pregnant and got lucky, but it's just, it's a possibility, so why risk it? You know? I just had an epiphany. I wonder if girls...
Misty Bradford, Happy New Year, sweetheart. Thanks for watching again.
You know, I had an epiphany. I wonder if girls know it, and that's their way to get... I wonder, you know, maybe it's a possible abortion and they get tattooed.
Oh.
It's very rare, but it could happen, so you don't want to do that. Right? You know what I mean? I'm sure. There's have to be girls that have tried it.
Tiffany Crack, you can definitely tattoo over scars. They need to be at least 3 years old, though. Anthony Panto, he's not expensive. He's not pricey at all for portraits. You can message me, and I can set you up for a consultation with him.
I encourage him to charge more, but he likes his rate.
Clem, no, he would not tattoo the same tattoo on someone else. Even if they asked, it doesn't really matter how much they would pay.
Like, people ask for the same, you know, okay, now I got a lot of requests coming up for the Indian skull headdress, or like, there's only so many ways I can make it different, because it's I draw the way I draw. I could tweak a couple things. I would never trace the same one I already drew. I would just redraw and just change the pattern on the headband, you know, change the girl's face, maybe tweak the angle of the skull, but there's only so many, you can't reinvent the wheel, like.
Matt Hudson, I didn't see your phone number, hun, and how would I relay your phone number? Are you trying to give her your phone number? She's not single.
Oh, she's like, I'm a Mexican with a big dick. He's trying to get, like, backup plan going. In case he strikes out and he wants to be up. Nah, she's very happy. She's one of the first 18-year-olds that said very good things about her dude. Most 18-year-olds sit here and talk shit about their man.
I found a good one.
She found a keeper.
Sorry guys, you all keep trying to call, and I can't answer the phone while I'm recording. That doesn't make sense.
Not trying to be rude, but...
No, yeah, I just have to ignore the phone call. You can shoot me a text and I can get back to you later, though. Vinny, no, shaving over tattooed skin does not fade it at all. BJ Wheeler, have a great night, sweetheart. Dakota, if you have a tattoo and you get a burn or a scar over the tattoo, it can, if it's a deep enough scar, it can hurt the tattoo, and you would have to wait a couple of years to get it fixed, if it's fixable.
Yeah, like one of the homies that worked here, he had just gotten a fresh tattoo sleeve start, and he got a motorcycle accident, and he got road rash, and it was it ruined it a little bit, but not too bad. It was gnarly until it healed, but you got to go really deep to ruin it.
Shelby Harris, yes, you can tattoo over stretch marks as long as they're not the super deep purple ones.
I'm tattooing over my stretch marks.
Any girl booty has stretch marks. Real booties have stretch marks. The light ones, yeah.
David Manners, no, he does only his own artwork. Sorry, sweetheart.
I would take your artwork and draw it my way. I would do a little tweak, change a couple things.
Jonique, honey, no, she's not using a topical. She's just sitting really well.
Oh, she's hurting, but
she
just wants it.
well. Yeah.
It's dedication and. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. The tattoo's amazing.
You can come check it out.
Can I see mine?
Yeah.
Chris Newby, yes, you can go back over a tattoo if it starts to fade. Absolutely.
Millions of people are watching, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not millions, hundreds, thousands.
Is this your first setting?
Yes. They're getting the whole outline today. Just the outline though.
I did her this last year.
Oh my god.
That is
You're sitting through this one?
Oh, it fucking hurts, but she wants. She's
Yeah, I'm
dedicated. She
trying not
wants
to
it.
scream.
that's amazing.
Well, I come by and you had the towel over your head.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Did you just call her a towel head?
Kyle Tuckett.
Get the,
Kyle Tuckett, yes. We always ask if they're comfortable getting filmed before we film them. We don't just do it. That would be rude. We always ask if they're comfortable with us filming.
yeah. That's a lot. Freaking gorgeous.
Thank you.
No, I'm.
Sammy, no, they're just gonna do the outline today, sweetheart. No shading. Caleb, Gwen, yes. I have 3 other tattooers that are very good at cover-ups. Joseph doesn't really do cover-ups anymore. This is an exception because, like I said, this little tiny bit right down here, that's the tattoo that she had that he's covering. It's almost non-existent. You can put in just a couple, he'll hand draw a couple more little flowers over that, and it'll be gone, and you'll never know it existed. Alexandra Potter, yes, a lot of people use Dr. Numb. We don't prefer to use any kind of numbing cream. Our friend also stands behind Hush product, Hush Anesthetic. You
Yeah,
can
I'm
look that
doing
up.
filling this whole part of her booty at convention, and she's covered, but she's like, I'm a pussy, and so I'll let her use it, and she's sponsored by Hush or yeah. So I'll try it out, and that way I can support the product if I like how it. What it does is temporarily deadens the skin, so it makes it rubbery and hard to go in. So if it goes in just like normal, just like any other day, and heals fine, then I'll stand behind it. But I have to stand behind the product to promote it, you know? I'm not gonna...
Oh, Sammy, the shading, just depending on how she does with the shading, it might be 2 small sessions, it might be 1 whole session, but I think she'll do fine with the shading. She's sitting through this like a champ, and it really won't require as much shading as it requires.
No, it'll probably be 4 or
line
5
work.
hours of shading. I have a lot of skin breaks.
They've done how many hours of tattooing so far? About 5?
Noon started at like 2:30.
It's about 5 hours of tattooing so far, guys.
3 hours of drawing, 5 hours of tattooing so far.
We are in Las Vegas, Nevada, guys. For those of you who don't know, we're at Reverent Tattoo. No color, guys. Black ink only.
Black only.
Domo Jean, we talked about this earlier, sweetheart. We do not recommend white ink on black skin. We don't even recommend it on white skin.
No,
it just
our
doesn't
friend
last.
Our friend Angie is having me tattoo a white snowflake on her, and I'm like this close to saying but I already said I would because
And she's heavily tattooed.
Because
She
we
knows
love
the
her.
consequence of getting
we
white
love
ink.
her, and so I can't back out of it. So I already agreed to it. That's something I'm practicing this year, is being a man of my word, not making any fucking promises because I don't keep them. If you don't make promises, you can't fucking disappoint people and go back on your word.
You know what, Jason, we've been asked about that product before, and we had never heard of Hustle Butter, but no, he does not use it.
Hustle butter.
I'm assuming that's
It
some
sounds
kind
like
of like
something
shea
that
butter.
prostitutes you for drive-by hand jobs. Got that hustle butter. Hustle butter. What
Oh
is
no,
it?
Kathleen Colon, he's continued working the whole time he's talking. Most tattooers take
I
a
don't
million.
charge by the hour. I charge.
Well, and most tattooers take a million smoke breaks or food breaks or whatever,
I'm
and he
starving.
doesn't.
I've only took 2 small breaks this whole time. She took more breaks than me. I'm gonna soon.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're probably gonna discontinue this here in a few minutes,
Discontinue?
guys. Yeah, and
let me get
let
the-
them both eat, and
I'm
then
gonna knock this part out here while it. Go ahead and stand up because I don't want to take a break and then jump back right on that part because it hurts so bad. So I'll knock that out. Yeah. Let's show everybody.
we'll show you guys what it looks like. so far. So they've got to go up there over the hip still, and there's a tiny little bit down there in the fold of the little crease of the butt cheek.
Let me see, sweetie. Turn. Ooh, your booty's angry.
Yeah, it's
Angry.
very raised and swollen. It's not happy right now.
Thank you for letting me go so big.
Okay. So, guys, if you want to see the finished product of the outline, you guys can go to Instagram or on Joseph's Facebook later on. For those of you who just tuned in, sorry, we're logging off. There you go. There's his Instagram, Joseph Haefs Tattooer on Instagram. You guys can go back later on. If you go back to the Inked magazine page and go to the videos tab, you can watch our entire live broadcast. It won't be live anymore, but you can go back over it and re-watch from the beginning and listen to all of our shit talking. There was lots of fun jokes tonight. Some work from one of our other new tattoo artists, Sasha. You can check everything out. Like I said, go back to Ink magazine.
Donald
quick
Trump
videos.
joke, you are the winner. That was the
Yes.
fucking best.
So,
I mean, there were way funnier jokes, but that was the best joke.
yes. And again, Joseph Haefs Tattooer, Reverend Tattoo, Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll see you guys next time. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Love you.
Love
Keep
you.
positive.
Bye.